Okay, welcome to session 3 of the Duchy. We are all back. Good stuff.
Whoop whoop.
Nice. I love that as an introduction now. Okay. As we left our heroes, the rather large and intimidating uncle was approaching. So I think we'll just take it up where we left it. So once again, you hear
Uncle
the thumping. Uncle 2. What do you mean Uncle 2?
The Grey Wolf.
Where's the Uncle 2?
I don't think there's a first uncle, was there?
Well, first there was Tresabar the uncle.
Ah, separate uncles. So separate
Different
family
uncles.
trees.
This is the Grey Wolf, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So before you stands
Can
a.
What he's wearing?
I will get into that now. Before you stands a probably 6'9", just clad in just beautifully engraved armor with little woven emblems, just on both his sides. He's got a massive fur coat just above, and going all the way down to his chest, and you just see the massive gauntlets on his hands that just look like they could just crush the average human.
Sexiest man alive.
Alright. And he's got long hair that's long grey hair that's kind of matted, braided into a ponytail, and then a very large but also very well kept grey beard. And he just sort of stands in front of you and goes, "Hello, friends." And he raises out a hand towards Jack.
My hands are very bloody from chopping up this giant boar. I'm just gonna wipe them on my trousers and extend.
And he'll meet
Good
your
to meet
hand with no problem whatsoever. Just slaps your hand against his and goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. No, some blood never hurt anyone." Say, what is that you're feeding? What is that you're feeding her?
Ah, right, I was feeding the dogs, wasn't I?
The wolves, yeah.
Yeah, the wolves. We were attacked by this giant old, what do you call these? Boars. Big monster came right out of the woods. Think they're supposed to live in the mountains? Strange occurrence.
That is
But-
quite strange. I've never heard of boars coming out of the forest like that.
We took good care of it. Bit of trouble.
Where do they
But-
usually come from? Everybody I've asked has said that it's surprising that boars were in the forest.
Well, they normally live up in the mountains. They don't normally come near the roads. It's just odd.
Would there be something in the mountains pushing them into the forest?
I
Is that
mean,
worth checking out?
depends
Sounds
where
like an idea.
depends where it occurred, I suppose. You know, maybe there's poachers and the like. Yeah, you never know. Maybe I'll send out a raiding party. However, I just got back. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I have a feast to get to.
I'll just chomp. Give him a big piece of meat. The finest slab I could find.
He says, "Thank you," and then breaks it into 2 pieces, and he throws them to both of his wolves, who just catch it in midair. Sort of playfully, but also you get the hint of their power. Just sort of intimidate, just a little bit intimidating. Because they are, well, probably the size of you. They are quite big.
Now, I'm not a military man. Is this someone I should salute?
You can make an insight check.
It's like a greeting.
Are we all in
10.
the same room?
Not the same room, you guys are outside by the road.
Oh.
So you're all within range of him, but right, I was
11.
just talking to Jack.
11 for my insight.
11. Judging by the state of his armor and just how many men was escorting him, you assume that you'd have to salute him, yeah? You'd assume it's a safe bet.
I mean, I didn't. I'm just gonna keep that in mind. It'll be awkward to salute him now, but you know.
And as we left last session, I believe that there was a character standing behind the uncle. So as the wolves snap and grab the meat, a smaller figure, but still fairly tall, but not obviously as wide. A small girl comes out from behind him, probably a bit taller than you, Ariel, or actually around the same height. She's got a short, like sort of shaved blonde hair, but slightly longer at the top, and she's wearing very expensive leather armor, also engraved. However, instead of a wolf, it's got a lion on both pauldrons.
How old is she?
She looks about 15, 16.
She's 6 feet at 16.
Yes, she's 6 feet at 16. She comes round back and just starts. She puts her hand on one of the dire wolves and says, "Frida, got to be more polite. Where are your manners? Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Aisha." And she'll like very aggressively shove her hand right in your face, Jack. Just right in the middle.
Aisha. Don't I know an Aisha? I'm gonna like I'm gonna like hold her hand, like kind of like push down a little bit and shake at like a regular height.
You will have to make a strength saving throw to see if you can move her arm.
Is she human or?
You can make an insight check.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20 plus my insight, which is 27.
She appears to be human, yes.
Right.
Maybe a dip of celestial, but
Is a 22 for that strength gonna be okay?
it is not.
What?
It is not.
22?
I got a nat 20. I rolled 24.
For a bitch.
Her hand does not move.
I'll just kind of like step to the side a little bit so I'm not being pointed at this aggressively. Nice to meet you, I am Jack.
She says, "Nice to meet you too. Uncle, we need to get going. The feast is soon, and I'm gonna be honest, if we don't get there soon, I'm gonna just eat one of the wolves."
Can I make an insight check to see if like I recognize the pauldron line thing?
Yeah, you can make a...
Can I make an insight check to recognize whether she is the Duchess? Because this is the Duchess's uncle.
You can.
It's a 6.
You got a 6 for insight.
Yep.
That really doesn't matter. Yes, this is the royal seal. You would have known that from like day one of being born. This is the Duchess's family symbol, yes.
I got a 25.
You got a 25. Remind me what the roll was for again?
Is she the Duchess?
Okay, she is not the Duchess. She is far too young to be the Duchess.
Right, so she said that her name is Aisha. Don't we have an Aisha in our party?
Yes, I am Aisha.
Yeah. So
There are 2 Aishas, yes.
I'm just gonna kind of like gesture. It's like, Aisha, I'd like to introduce you to Aisha. Aisha.
Aisha.
And Aisha that I am playing will put her hand out and say, "Aisha with an A or Aisha with an I?"
Aisha with both. I don't know what you're trying to get out of this. I am Aisha, the one and only. Please step aside.
Well, that
You're
makes...
gonna die.
Oh, what? You said what? Okay.
Is Aisha gonna have to roll for initiative?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting this. I have a character sheet.
Aisha.
I have a character sheet if you want to go there. I didn't think this is what...
With the uncle in front.
Yeah, the uncle and his wolves. Okay.
I'm kidding. Hi.
Okay. Let's... Alright, let's... I'm gonna ask you, what do you say to her again, just so I know for the record?
Hi, I know what you mean about I or A, but I'm Aisha. Hi, how are you?
And she'll shake your hand and go, "Just to avoid confusion is all. I'm Aisha with an I. Nice to meet you."
Okay.
Do you write Aisha with an I?
Willow at this point is taking out
ISHA.
a notebook. When you say Aisha with an I, do you mean EYE, Sha? Or ISHA?
You wearing an eye patch?
Is who wearing an eye patch?
Aisha with an eye.
Aisha with an I is not wearing an eye patch. It's spelled I-S... She'll say proudly,
She looks like-
I-S-H-A.
You look like Aisha with 2 eyes to me. Beautiful one. Look at that.
The beautiful... the uncle will kind of like scoff at that. He'll sort of giggle. And Asher will be saying, "Oh, that's very nice to say. Who are you? What, you said your name was Jack? What are you doing around these parts? I've never seen you before. Although, I suppose I wouldn't have. You weren't traveling with us, were you?"
Ah, no, I came with this group of misfits right here. Just straight
To the
our
bloody
ragtag
group.
adventurers.
You're all covered in blood still, aren't you?
Yeah.
Willow's clean.
Yeah. Willow's clean.
Willow's clean.
But like, your
My
nobleman...
armor has holes in it.
Your nobleman is covered in the most blood. Oh yeah, wouldn't you have some sort of like... Are you good? Like, Ariel, are you good? Because you like watch people die, that's what I mean.
Oh, I'm
How's
just
how
very
is she?
silent and in my
Okay.
thoughts right now.
Spacey.
Yeah, okay, no
Willow
problem.
will nod their head.
The uncle will go, "Well, we better get moving then. Who's that bloody one over there?" Gesturing to you, Ariel.
Yeah. Oh, me? Oh, hello. Is there like a costume to bow or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bow.
Yes, there is. You would know
To
that.
both the uncle and to Aisha with an I.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, "Oh, I'm Ariel, daughter of..." What name is-
You forgot
decided,
your
you
dad.
said you
Father's
wanted to
name.
No, but Joe said
We
he-
decided last session, didn't we?
No, you said you wanted to decide on the name and then you never did.
Oh, pick a name.
But
You wrote one
Introduce
down.
yourself, by Ariel. Come on.
What's your father's name? It's fine. Just come up with one.
Joe.
Dimitri Popes.
The elf. Okay, Dimitri.
Okay. I can't do the R like that though.
Okay.
Do your
It's
best.
a lisp.
Dimitri. That's the best I can do.
It's a
Dimitri.
lisp.
Dimitri. And he goes, "Dimitri. I know Dimitri. And you're we met. I've met you before. Hello. Hello. It's good to see you again. You were not covered in this much blood. I mean, actually, you were covered in this much blood. That is, you were, technically. Because, you had just been born, so I suppose you had been covered in this much blood. I was hoping to see you, the next time I see you, you'd be covered in less blood, but this is fair. Hi.
Hello, I'm really
Good-
sorry I do
good
not
to see you
remember the first time.
Oh, I would have been surprised. I didn't have a beard then. I'm laughing at my own joke.
I'm dying. I'm trying to RP, but this is too fucking good.
It's like how's your father? I assume he's still alive. I didn't hear anything to the contrary.
Yes.
That's a weird question. Sorry, ignore that. Right. We have a feast to get to. I'm sure you're probably invited. If you and your friends want to come with us, we're heading back to town, and judging by the looks of you, and you'll just have a look at all of you, just looking at the blood, like, it looks like you might need like some sort of a bath.
I just look down
We
at
were
myself
headed
and
to
then...
town.
So yeah, that would be my
Town.
pleasure. Oh, and I look at Jack, Willow and Ariel and Aisha, oh god. And I say... And I look, do you guys want to come?
A bat sounds good.
So the uncle will kind of like slap Jack on the back, like, "Brilliant, let's go then." And he'll put 2 fingers in his mouth, whistle incredibly loudly. Then all the people he was traveling with kind of like straighten up and start moving towards the capital. So you all start walking in that direction, I expect.
Yes, I'm
We
gonna
are
get
all
on my
walking in
horse.
that direction. I want to ask what the I guess what the gathering is for. Why is everyone here? Why are there so many people?
He goes, well, I mean, the gathering's for me. Well, us. And he'll tap Aisha on the shoulder. But mostly for me, you know. Well, we just got back. I'm sorry, have you just arrived here too? I mean, not to be rude, but most people tend to know who I am.
I've just started on my grand adventure. Haven't been out very much.
But I assume, judging by your accent as well.
Are you someone I should know?
Well, I mean, most people do, for what it's worth. Let me reintroduce myself for the first or if not second time. I'm Galdor.
Galdor.
He'll put his hand out
Does he have
another
a
time.
title or just Galdor?
Galdor, I'm trying to remember the name that I picked for the goddamn family. 2 seconds.
Right, wolf, captain of something? No? Like, is he captain of something? Is
Okay,
he
here we go.
like of house something, or is he just Galdor?
His formal title is Galdor the Grey Wolf of the Sunhawk family line and leader of the 5th Squadron. And he shall repeat it as such and raise his hand out, and he will gesture to the people behind him when he says the 5th Squadron.
Of the which squadron? 5th?
The 5th Squadron.
Of the one is what's after the Grey Wolf?
Of the
Sunhawk family line leader of the 5th Squadron.
Yeah, there you go.
And this would be the 5th.
This would be
I
the
am
5th.
Jack, traveler and builder. I'm a builder.
And he goes, and this is and he's gesturing to his wolves. When he says this, he says, and this is Gera and this is Frida. And the two wolves will sort of like, they'll make like a snorting noise when he says their names.
They're gorgeous.
This one?
Sorry?
What was the first name?
Gera and Frida.
What do you write there?
Gera. Gera. Okay, so so we're starting to walk to the capital. This will count
Yes.
as a short rest for all intents and purposes.
Are we just walking?
We're just
Or-
walking. You can there's carts. You can get in the carts as well, but
We no longer have a cart, right?
you no longer have a cart. But there are carts that you can jump in if you want to. But Galdor and Aisha are not walking in carts.
Are they just walking on the ground?
Yes.
Could
Are we?
before we're leaving, while Jack was having the conversation with Galdor, could Willow have sold the 2 baby bulls to somebody real quick? Like, was there an inn that would take the boars?
Well, there'd be a small outpost, and I suppose they'd have to give rations to soldiers. So.
Yeah, so could I sell it to them?
You can roll a d10.
9.
9. Okay, you now have 9 gold pieces.
Sick.
Nope.
I can cast Sanctuary once.
Okay, so as you start going down the road, although it's getting somewhat dark, you can still see the roaming fields, and you just see fields and fields of just vineyards on one side, and then wheat on the other, and then wheat on that side, and then vineyards on the other that just seem to go between the two. And then up on the hill, you start to see the sun spear start to arise into your view as you approach the city.
Can I be walking near my horse, like holding the lead and approach? Can I approach Aisha with an eye?
Aisha with an eye, you can approach Aisha with an eye.
And I'm just gonna hold out my hand and say, "Hi, I'm Ariel. Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too. Say, not to be rude, but why are you covered in so much blood?
Oh,
Because it's kind of uncomely, you know? Kind of gross. Should probably take care of that.
yeah, well, I'll be sure to do that when I arrive at home. We were helping, and I gestured to my companions. We were helping somebody with a cart travel through the woods, and some boars attacked us. Otherwise, I wouldn't be clothed like this.
Oh, that sounds fun. We've had a pretty uneventful journey, if I'm being honest. I was hoping someone would try and rob us, but no one did.
Well, I don't think.
I love her. I would die for this woman.
I don't think anybody will look at this gathering and think it's an easy target.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So, I tried to get us to split up into a smaller squadron, but Uncle said no. Something about protecting the bloodline of the Sunhawk family. Kinda boring, if I'm being honest.
I'm just gonna chuckle at that and say, "Oh, so you're coming from the Duchy, right?"
No, I haven't.
From the Duchy, from the capital.
From the capital, yeah. I haven't been back here for many years now, actually. It's kind of nice to be back. I wish the sun was out. I can't see much, and it's cold. But feast. I do like having feasts, because Uncle tries to threaten everyone with an arm wrestling competition, and it's the funnest thing you've ever seen. You know, he broke someone's arm once. It was so cool. There was blood everywhere. The guy was fine.
I'm just gonna like chuckle, but like be visibly uncomfortable. Say, well, I think I know somebody who'd be down for an arm wrestle at the feast, and I kind of just gesture to Jack.
I'm in a cart a little far behind. I'm like, don't you go getting any ideas, Ariel?
You won't be saying that after 2 beers.
Asher will be like, that sounds like fun. Say.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to roll so many 20s.
Not if you get him drunk.
Oh.
The more alcohol they've had, the lower the strength saves are.
I just whispered to Aisha, I'm sure we can convince him at the feast.
I don't think you have to convince him of much. And she just kind of like, she looks up at his uncle, at her uncle. We've been on the road for a few days now. I don't think it will take that much. And then Galdor will look down and go, what are you two talking about? And Aisha will just instantly go, nothing. He's very grumpy.
I'm just gonna wave him.
You're such a mood.
You now start to, sorry, sure.
Willow do something. Willow will go up to Trike, was the name of the captain, right?
Yeah.
Is he still with us?
He's still with you, yeah.
Okay.
He's sort of lagging behind. He's kind of like trying to keep his head down.
I'll go stand next to him. And yeah, I'll just be there.
Okay. Do you want to say anything in particular to him?
Not necessarily. I'm just, keeping company.
Okay. You do, however, make an insight check.
That's 21.
21. Okay. You notice he is very actively trying to hide his face, particularly from Galdor as well.
Do you know him?
I saw him a few times around the fields.
Yes.
I'm not saying he'll recognize me, but there's a chance he might. I'd rather not be seen by him.
How do you... And I'm whispering at this point. I assume there's noise around us, right?
Yeah. There's carts moving. There's horses. There's the sound of armor moving.
Yeah, so people wouldn't necessarily hear us if we're whispering.
No, people wouldn't.
Right.
So just a quick question about the group that we're with. Are they all like military marching in step, or are they just kind of like a group of good blokes going for a walk?
Military marching in step. There's a few
Alright.
civilians traveling with them, but majority are soldiers.
So it's not like a casual, I can strike up a conversation with these people.
I mean, you could try. depending on what you talk about, they might.
Yeah, fair enough. Do your whispers.
If he wouldn't recognize you, you could just say that you're with us.
But what if he
We'll
does,
just
though?
tell the truth. How many people actually know that you deserted?
I suppose the company commander?
And where is he?
Well, unless he's with this group, he's probably back in the capital.
Alright then. How long has it been?
It was only been a few days.
Were you on a mission? And you could say that you just disappeared, or did you just run?
Well, if you think I should go up and introduce myself, if you want, you can make a persuasion check.
I don't think you should introduce yourself unless they introduce themselves to us first. Don't give them information. Don't give them too much information unless absolutely required to.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you.
And I tap my head with a wink.
Big brain.
You now that you've been walking for a little bit of time now, you start to see the orange hue and kind of warm glow of the market as you start to approach. Although you would have expected a lot more people, it is late and it is also the day the king died, so it's sort of somber. There's still a fair few people out. There's one person on the street. He's doing he's making a few animals run across his hands, and as they jump off, they seem to evaporate into the air. And he's got a small hat in front of him. There's a few shops open.
From the capital, these guys?
The guys that you're traveling with at the moment, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. That just clicked.
And as you enter the market itself, Galdor just shouts out, "Magnus!" at the top of his lungs. And then you just hear, "Fuck off!" and then a extremely stocky dwarf just sort of walks out from a store with a hammer in his hand, sort of looks at Galdor and goes, "You've gotten fat." And Galdor just says, "This is Magnus. I hate him. Magnus!" And he runs over to him.
I remember Magnus. He's supposed to be a blacksmith, right?
Yes.
Tresibor told me about him.
Yes, he's the blacksmith. And they go over, and it's a sort of awkward hug because Galdor sort of hugs Magnus and sort of lifts him off the ground a bit. You can tell Magnus is not comfortable with this situation and drops him back down.
Incredible. So this dwarf is how much? Like, what is the size difference between?
Well, Magnus is not particularly short for a dwarf, but not particularly tall. And then you have Galdor, who's very big. So there's probably a height difference of about 2, maybe 3 feet. He's half his height. He's easily half his height. But Magnus is if not the same width, slightly smaller. He's extremely built. And you don't hear the conversation, but you see Magnus and Galdor just sort of walk into the shop where you feel extreme heat just sort of bursting out, and you can see some of the hot air just going up and erupting into the sky.
The blacksmith shop, where are we gonna go? Like,
It's the blacksmiths, yeah.
are we gonna take a bath and eat food?
Well, apparently he wants to see Magnus.
Alright, well, we're seeing Magnus. That's fair. We're escorting this guy.
Well, because you can see, if you look on ahead down the road, you can then see where like the houses would be, like the residential area and the noble houses, and then further on you see Sunspear itself. So this is like the beginning. This is the beginning of the road on the way up.
It's the edge. It's the edge of the city type of deal.
Yeah.
All right.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep walking? Do you want to go see Magnus, or do you want to go explore the?
I think I'm gonna go to the captain actually.
I wanna to the captain. Go talk to the captain.
Yeah.
I will join you. Always listen.
I'm just gonna go Hi, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm good. Please, please don't draw too much attention to me. I'm just trying to go unavoided. The more people there are, the more questions they'll ask.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'll leave quickly. Sorry, I just wanted to ask if you need a place to stay or anything like that. I can try to help you.
Thank you. That'd be very helpful. Is it okay if I just follow you?
Yeah.
I'll follow behind though, so it's not too obvious.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
And as you guys realize, it's about like 4 of you just like standing around this hooded figure who's trying to be discreet on one of the carts.
I'll give him a little thunk on the head as though I'm disciplining him to kind of make it seem like it's nothing to really worry. It's just kind of a little like just a bonk.
I will ask you for a performance check.
Oh, what the fuck? It's just kind of like, don't worry about him. He's not important.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Can I help that?
You can give advantage on the throw.
With advantage, the advantage was a natural 1, so we're going with the original roll, which was a 17.
17.
My performance is +2, so 19 total.
Okay. Doesn't appear anyone's looking over. Or if they are, they're looking over approvingly, like, yes, you show him.
We did it. I'm so good. Aisha's still bleeding. I think we should go. Ariel. Ariel is bleeding. We should sort that out for you.
Yeah, don't have to worry that much about me though.
Lady, you look like you're about to die. I'm sorry.
At the same point, Magnus sort of like comes out, kind of like hobbling out. With Galdor, and he kind of has a look at all 4 of you and goes, and you just see them like them mumbling to each other. And Magnus sort of nods and comes over and says, and he looks at you, Jack, and just looks you up and down and goes like, "What are you wearing?"
You must be Magnus. Trezevor told me about you. My name is Jack.
Trezevor, he's still alive. I suppose that's good to know.
Still kicking last I saw him.
He's weirdly strong, isn't he? Anyway, why have you got a hole and... Yeah, why have you got a hole in your armor?
Funny story. Blah 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 blah.
As
and then I almost died.
As they mentioned the hole in the armor, Willow is going to discreetly cast Mending on the armor.
That takes a minute, man.
Yeah, discreetly. Over the course of a minute, the hole just closes.
This conversation does not last a minute. It lasts about 30 seconds, all the while Magnus is watching this. So I want you to make a sleight of hand check to see if he doesn't notice you actually casting it.
Does it take a minute for me to tell the entire story of how we encountered the boars in the forest?
It doesn't.
The boars attacked us,
takes...
and then I gloriously stopped it, but then it's it.
That's a natural 20 plus 2.
Okay, Magnus does not notice. He notices the hole closing up, and he's sort of suspicious about it, so he says, "Come with me." And he'll sort of bring Jack over to his to the blacksmith. If Jack wants. Jack, do you want to go? You don't have to go.
Yeah, no, I do want to go. I wanted to talk to him about fixing the armor, but I was hoping to do that the next day. But that works.
You when you come through the blacksmith shop, you are hit with a familiar sort of rush of heat. It sort of reminds you of home.
Yes.
And you hear...
I've walked into many a workshop.
You hear the clanging of a hammer, and if you have a little peek, you'll see a sort of short for a human, but very tall for a dwarf. But either way, fairly strong-looking individual with like matte black hair, very sweaty. He's got little glasses on, and he's just hammering down on a weapon, just looking kind of bored. He goes, "Yeah, that's my son. Just ignore him. I do." Anywho, What's going on? And he's whispering to you now, and it's just you and him. He's just whispering.
Insight check to figure out what specifically he's asking about.
Okay.
Please. I don't understand what that means, but I don't want to ask for clarification. Fuck, I rolled an 11.
You notice your chainmail has stopped shaking the way it did before.
Was it shaking?
Well, it would have, because there would have been bits rubbing on you because they'd been split. So you would have felt like air, maybe air in that one area, because it's not covered. But you can't feel that anymore.
I just kind of like I'm looking for a stain on my shirt sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, pull on it, like, huh. This is the first time this has ever happened to me.
And it's like, look, I know I have a magic touch, but I didn't even touch it.
A lot of strange things happening these days, huh? Bars in the forest, strange homeless people.
Magnus is just gonna kind of like grab the chainmail, kind of like stretch it one way, stretch it the other way. Like, there's no magical properties on this.
Bought it secondhand. Traveling merchant. It was the cheapest he had. Jack was laughing.
Magnus pulls out like a little microscope that goes on like a little monocle, and he puts it on one eyeball, and he just kind of sort of inspecting.
Willow, you fucked me. Willow, what did you do?
You could literally just call for Willow, because Willow can detect magic.
There are some magical individuals in my party. I could ask if they know anything about this. We're in the next room at this point, though.
Did you say that to Magnus?
No, I'm telling Magnus, like, yeah, I have some of my...
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Did you tell him that some of your
magical.
companions... You're telling him some of your companions are magical.
Is magic... I mean, I wouldn't know. Yeah, some of my companions have some magical prowess of sorts. Maybe they know something.
Oh, the elf-looking one, I assume. I know her father. Yeah, I know they got a little bit of that going on. I know that they're fine, but anyone else?
Yeah, there's the I can't think of any words to describe Willow off the top of my head. It just kind of trails off. The other one, tall-ish.
He goes, why don't you come back tomorrow when we're properly open and I'll have a better look. Bring your friend too. I might have some
Will do.
Some constructive criticism.
Is it like seamless, or is it just like where it was broken? Are the chains just like perfectly back, or is it like, how does mending work?
I think it's perfectly back, isn't it?
It's just everything is fine. Damn, I'm in awe. This is incredible. Wow.
Constructive criticism.
It's amazing.
While this is going on, however, Willow, you hear a sort of knocking in your head. You hear a knocking sound.
I turn around.
You don't see anyone who's apparently knocking.
Alright.
And Aisha, can you make a perception check?
Sure. Nat 20.
Okay, you see a pigeon.
What?
You see a perfectly normal pigeon land on a lamppost. It's the second lamppost, just next to a sign that says, "No spitting on the grass."
Yeah, I go check it out. I go to the pigeon.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be looking at the shop. Does he have anything outside the shop though?
There are some weapons. There's some reasonably nice armor.
Okay, I'm gonna just be checking that out.
Okay. Willow, what are you going to be doing?
I will. Do I also notice the pigeon?
You notice the knocking in your head. You see
Okay.
you see Aisha wandering off to a lamppost, but you don't know what that has to do with.
I will turn to Trike and I will say, stay close to me. I feel like somebody's gonna need our help soon. And I look around for a dark alleyway and I pull Trike in with me.
Okay. Aisha, as you walk over to the lamppost, you recognize a familiar face a few paces down. He's sort of chilling there on a bench. You wouldn't have noticed him unless you were purposefully looking. In fact, he's probably been sitting there the whole time and you had no idea.
I go and how big is the bench?
It's a bench big enough for about 2 people, as well as him, so 3 people in total.
Okay, so I'll go sit next to him, but like at the furthest point away from him.
Okay.
Like making a low profile or something like that.
And he just raises his head and goes, "How have you been, Aisha?"
Oh, okay. How about you?
Well,
How's the guild?
It's alright. My knee's acting up, but
Yeah.
arrows are not a fun place, Arrows not fun to have in your knees,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. What could I say?
Willow, you're in the alleyway and you hear the knocking sort of stops and goes, "What are you doing?"
Would I have seen? Can I respond to this message?
You can speak out loud. That's a way that typically tends to work, or you think it. You tend to remember that thinking responses to the messages tends to form a sort of conversation.
Where do I need to go?
Well, anywhere without the guy you're walking with.
The guy's with me.
I don't care if the guy's with you. He's not with me.
I vouch for him.
On your head be it. Literally, I will take your head. Okay? Your head is now on the line. You will now, a small, one of the lights, one of the lampposts that were slightly dim the light will increase just a little bit at the end of the alleyway.
Well, try follow me. And I head towards the light.
As you walk through the alleyway, you see 2 figures on a bench right in front of you, their backs towards you. One sitting on one side of the bench, one sitting on the other.
Do I recognize the figures?
You do. It is Aisha and Grimes.
Good evening, Grimes.
Evening. So, who is this guy?
Trike.
Trike.
I promise to set him down a path.
Well, that's very noble of you, but... Okay, well, it's on you. Okay. I've only got one place here, so sit down. Trike, stand, don't look too obvious. I don't know, pretend you're urinating on the building. Just pick something.
Trike, how about you sit? I can listen.
Trike is sort of in confusion because he watched Aisha walk to the left side and then you guys walked to the right and now he's next to Aisha. So he's just sort of like looking back at the alleyway that just is a perfectly normal alleyway and just sort of looking back.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, Trike. Just take a seat.
Okay, sure, okay. He goes, okay. How have my favorite boys been? And he'll sort of like tap you both.
We ran into some boars.
I can see that. And he's looking at Aisha. He's like, yeah, everything's still in its right place?
Yeah, okay. What could I say?
Well, you could say thank you because I got a job. A good one.
Nice. What kind of job?
One of the money receiving kind. One of the large amounts of money receiving kind.
Okay, what do you have to do?
Well, there's a feast later today. It's for the, I don't know, the uncle's back or something, and the niece. It's not important. But what is
Yeah,
important?
Galdor.
Galdor? Yeah,
Galdor.
Galdor. Yeah, Galdor's back. But you've never mentioned him. Oh, you know him?
Of course, we've met him.
What do you mean you've met him? You haven't met him. I haven't met him.
We rode in together.
Oh, friends in high places. Well, that's a coincidence.
I tend to network.
I can see that. Maybe they were right about you two. Okay, well, I need you to get an invitation to said feast, which I now realize is going to be a lot easier than I originally thought, so that goes all that,
An invitation for just us?
Well, if you want to bring your friend there, you can, but I think the less people, the better for this. I need you in and out as fast as possible.
What
And
exactly do we need to do? Do we need to steal something, or do we need to kill someone?
he looks at Trike, he looks at Aisha, and says, I need them to not know you were there. That is of the utmost importance. I need you to leave no trace. Can you do this for me?
It's easier said than done, but yeah,
That
we
is
can do it.
very achievable.
Now, you know me, I like to talk rewards before the job, so that everyone's on the same page. Aisha? Large payout. Large payout.
I like that.
He's like, I know you do. He looks at Willow and goes, Willow, also large payout, slightly smaller payout, but this. And he opens his hand and there's a small key. And he closes it and he opens it
What
again
does
and
it
there's no
lock?
key. Not what it locks, my friend, but what it unlocks.
What does it unlock?
Well, you know over those hills? And he points off into the distance.
Would I know over those hills?
You tend to just agree with most things he says. So even if you don't, you just agree. He tends to ask questions that he doesn't actually want an answer to.
Alright, I just nod.
He goes, well, the wizard that lives there, he's, well, we haven't really seen him for a while, so there's a lot of cleaning crews that gotta come in and out, keep things nice and, in order. But let's say one of them needed some money, and let's say one of them had a key that accessed the back door, and let's just say I now have the key and I could give it to you.
I like the sound of that.
I hoped you might.
You could
So,
also procure a ruby worth 50 gold.
well, with the payment, I'm sure you could buy your own ruby, but if you'd rather that comes in rubies, of course. Ruby schmoobies.
I look to Aisha. How about half money, half rubies?
I don't know. How are rubies useful?
This is out of character. Revivify. In character, I say, they look nice. They shine brightly and sparkle in the sunlight.
Good point. Let's do not half, 75% money, and 50% rubies.
And he'll...
The entirety of Aisha's intelligence score goes into doing mathematics.
I can't tell if this is intelligent bargaining or on purpose. And he'll look at you and go, 75%, 50%. Okay. I suppose you guys deserve it. If you pull this job off. If you don't, well, the usual. Okay.
Okay.
And he'll pull out a small piece of paper.
What's the usual?
The usual is murder. Murder. Yeah.
We are murdered, or
You are murdered. You are murdered.
Nice.
And you imagine probably not nice things happen to him too, but you'll be dead, so you're not quite sure.
All right. So you need us to leave no trace.
Yes, that is of the utmost importance. And he takes out a piece of paper, and he hands it to you, Willow.
all right. What's on the piece of paper?
I don't read it yet.
You don't read it yet? Okay,
I
then
want to look at it.
it's just some scrolled writing that you will have to read later then.
Okay. No, then I read it now.
Okay. It just says, second grey door on the right, 20 paces forward, third door on the right, up.
20 paces forward, third door on the right.
Don't repeat it!
No, I'm
2 doors.
Oh, tutors. I thought you were saying it too. Yes.
third door on the what? On the right.
Third door on the right.
Okay.
And he goes, okay, I need you to get into the feast. I need you to follow those exact instructions. They should apply when you look at I think it was the ram's head, the top mantelpiece. Now, the information's sort of buggy because, well, you'll see when you get there. But once you get into the office, I need you to find a book. And only a book. It should be green and golden inlaid of sort of golden leaves on the spine. I need the 15th page. I need what's on the 15th page.
Green and gold inlay.
Yeah, golden leaves on the spine.
15th page.
15th page. And he says, I need what's on the 15th page. Okay.
Just what's on it, or the page itself?
Oh, you figure out the semantics. Look, I don't know, if I'm being honest. If I'm being straight with you, I don't know. But all I know is I need what's on the 15th page. I tell you what I've been told. Okay? I've always been upfront with you two. This is as much as I know. He says,
Works.
Now that business is done, how about the other business? Y'all got anything to sell?
Well, we had a boar. But
You
we sold it.
had a boar. See,
sold
that's
it
not much
already.
help to me.
Anything to sell.
And I looked at Trike, and I raise an eyebrow, and I say, what could a Empire Capital Signet badge get me?
Well, a large amount of questions. And nothing else, he says.
Yes, but in terms of cash.
In terms of cash, nothing. Do not wave that around. Do not give that to anyone. Keep that in your pocket and throw it down a well.
This isn't Carl of Gates. Like, you're not going to be collecting signet badges.
Not. Yup. Not.
And he'll turn at Aisha now and go, you've always had sticky fingers. I mean, that's what I liked about you. You got anything?
Well, okay, now this is out of character. What do I really have?
You
I
stole
have,
something.
Yeah. I have a silver ruby necklace.
Are you showing that?
That might be reward.
That would be worth something, yes. Are you offering that to him, or you're checking your stuff?
No, I'm just telling him that I
Oh,
have
okay. He says, well, come on then, let's see it.
I take it out.
He takes out a similar monocle that Magnus had, but this one's far more expensive looking. It's got like a golden rim. He takes it out and he has a look on. This is good. Where did you get this?
Places.
That's what I love about you. Okay. Yeah, well, it's gonna take maybe a day or so, find a buyer, you know. But yeah, I could do something with this. Right, you know the normal deal. I take a 10% cut. Still good?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. And he closes his hands on the ruby necklace and he opens them and it's not there anymore. It's like, right, when the job is done, we'll talk semantics. Now, can I trust this with you guys?
Certainly.
Sure.
Okay. And again, discretion. I beg of you. And with
Okay.
that, he stands up and he walks down the alleyway. And the lamppost, the light dims a bit as he walks away.
This is out of character. I forgot where I got the necklace from. Was it the old man?
No, it was the it was the homeless man.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
And Willow, you hear a small message in your head just as he's walking away, and he just goes, and just remember, keep that magic business on the down low. Don't need everyone knowing. And if you turn around to look where he was walking, he's gone now.
Alright.
Man, Jack really has no tact. He doesn't know shit.
Well, Jack wouldn't know. It never came up.
I mean, he doesn't have a problem with magical people. He's like, huh, magic.
Yeah.
Sometimes a magical person would pass through town, and they always did some cool stuff. They'd clean faster than any of the cleaners. And shit. I don't know what they do.
We will cut back to Jack and Magnus in the blacksmith now. And Magnus says, yeah, so come by tomorrow, bring your special friend, yeah, and we'll have a look. Good?
Sounds good to me.
And as you turn around, where do you keep your glaive on your body? Is it like sheathed in the back, or?
Yeah, I have like the big backpack,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of goes in between like the backpack and my back.
As you turn around, you just feel like a sort of tugging motion. And you just see your glaive is just no longer in your backpack, and he's just sort of holding it. And he's inspecting it, going...
Hey, I'm jumping to grab it.
And you grab it very easily from his hand. He's like, oh, sorry, just... It's beautiful. Oh, who's gone?
Magnus.
He goes, it's beautiful. Who made this? It wasn't me, was it? Look, I know I drink a little bit, but I tend to remember my own work. But this is very similar to mine.
My friend Bob made it for me before I left on my quest, adventure, whatever you will call it.
Bob. Huh. Okay.
Robert,
Robert.
you may know him. He did travel into the city
I
some
might.
time ago.
We might have been the same apprenticeship at one point. I recognize these
for
markings, and he'll
number of
have a look
years.
at the hilt. He'll be like, I think I do. I think we did know each other. Well, you said he was a friend of yours?
As good as any.
Well, any friend of Bob's is a friend of mine, and he'll shake your hand.
Oh yeah, more friends for Jack. That's not in character. I need to clarify. Jack is a little less excited than me about making friends. He'll shake his hand with a smile.
He'll
Good to
say,
see.
pleasure to meet you. Well, now that we're friends, I might as well introduce you to my son. Boy, come here. Come here. And the child, aptly named Boy, will drop his hammer and sort of walk over. And
Oh man.
say, hello, sir. Nice to meet you.
I will shake his little hand. Although I guess he's still a dwarf. He still has bigger hands.
He's not quite a dwarf, not quite a human. He's slightly puzzling. He puzzles you a
Okay.
little bit.
Half dwarves are a thing. Cool.
Half dwarves are a thing.
That should be a playable race. Why isn't it? That's some bullshit.
If you guys want it in the future, let me know. Now, he'll say, Dad, can I? It's like, yes, you can go. Go on. Sorry. I know. It's like, okay. Well, anyway, and the son just sort of just leaves and goes upstairs, and you just there's like the footsteps going upstairs, and then a door closed. He goes, anyway, right. I can't really do much for you today. The embers are pretty much all died down, and I don't get my shipment till tomorrow. Hit me at really a bad time, really. But if you come back tomorrow, I'm sure I'll have some stuff. If you need anything, that is. Maybe a bit of an upgrade.
Sure to pay you a visit.
And he drags his finger across your chainmail. Anywho. If you wouldn't mind just closing that door when you leave. Maybe turn the sign round. I can't reach it.
Alright.
You know? It's a bit too high.
See you later, Magnus. And I'll just close the door behind me as I leave.
Okay.
Outside, is everyone else still bundled in here? Did the army leave?
The army's been hanging around. They've been going through the market a little bit because Galdor's just sort of like going over to different people that he seems to recognize and sort of giving them hugs.
Alright, very, very physically affectionate man. I like to see it.
I think I'm still outside the shop, right?
Yeah. You've been looking
Ariel,
at his
where
different
are you?
armor. You've been outside the blacksmith just having a look at one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're still having a look during the conversation. So you see Jack coming out, having made a friend.
See anything you like?
Ariel?
Yeah, it looks like a really good blacksmith. I think I've heard of him.
Makes good work.
Yeah. I think I might head home and have a shower and change my clothes before the dinner. If you wanna come as well.
Being invited to her place. Whoa. I feel like she's a little above my pay grade.
Galdor sort of he comes behind the two of you and slaps you on the back and goes, I think we best get going. Come on. And he just sort of like hurries you along.
Alright, let's go.
I'm just gonna look around
sounds
for.
good to me because I'm not gonna make it back to the inn. So yeah.
Yeah, the inn is about an hour and a bit away, and by the time you get there, and by the time you find a cart, it'll be late.
It's quite a trip. Yeah, no, it's like I'll just look up at the sun, which is gone, and be like, yeah, sounds good to me.
I think I'm
Either way.
I'm gonna look around for Aisha and Willow.
You don't see them.
Yeah, and then just and I guess
Those two run off too.
I don't know. I was too absorbed by the armor.
By this point, Willow and Trike will make their way back. I don't know about Aisha. To where we left the group.
Yeah, I'll go as well.
By the time you guys get back to the group, a lot of the guards have sort of, the numbers have dwindled a bit, and you can't spot the other half of your party.
Survival check. We're tracking these bitches down.
Okay. Make a survival check.
Alright. We're going home, I guess.
Oh, holy shit. That's a good one. What is my survival? Okay, so that's a 19.
19? Okay. You, well, you have a look across the main road and you assume... Safe to assume they went that way.
I got a 21.
Okay, you assume the same thing.
You guys know where we're going. We are not stealthy at all. You are following a trail of dripping blood from everyone
No, my God.
who's bleeding through her bandages.
We will cut back to the missing half of the party then. Galdor will he'll walk you over to your house, Ariel, and he says, "Do you mind if I say hi to your dad?"
No problem. Come in.
Cool.
I'm sure he'll
And he
be very
just
happy.
he doesn't really knock on the door. He just sort of like forces it open and goes, "Boo!" He just says "boo" really loudly. And your dad sort of pops his head out, going, "What the fuck, Galdor?" He goes, "The one and only, slightly grayer, but it's all good. I don't think about it that much. That's a lie. I do. How you doing? And he comes over and he gives your dad a hug, and your dad's kind of like, okay, yeah. He's not the biggest hugger in the world.
Ariel again?
How old is Ariel again?
How old?
I am 20.
You are 20.
Okay. Because I'm 32. That's...
And then as Galdor like drops your dad back, Galdor is now, your dad's now between Galdor and you guys, so he turns around to see Jack and goes, "This one of your soldier buddies?" Sort of looks Jack up and down. Looks
I
like
will
he's
bow.
been through the ringer.
Or something. What is the polite thing to do here?
Well, you saw Ariel bow to Galdor, so.
Yeah. A polite bow.
And he goes,
Hello, my name is Jack.
"Hello, Jack. Well,
Uh,
clean your feet at least. Come on in."
yeah, like my boots.
And now Ariel's in the goddamn the doorway.
I'm just gonna
You're gonna wave.
just make a small waist.
Yeah.
And he turns back to
What
Galdor
kind
and
of
Jack.
house is this?
It is
By the way.
it is a large house.
Is it like a mansion in the city type thing?
It's not a ridiculously big mansion. It's more like it's a very like well kept. Everything in it seems very like homely, very expensive, very like things that you haven't really seen before. There's a few paintings on the wall. And there was
Yeah, it's like-
there were two household guards when you entered as well. There was a small clothes off, a small garden. It's posh.
Little decorations that resemble family heirlooms.
It's easily one of the poshest houses you've ever been in. Yeah.
Yeah. Checks out seeing as I haven't left my own
Yes.
house very much and I'm poor.
The dad will look at Galdor and Jack and say, just in the living room, just I think we might have some stuff. And Galdor's like, actually, I'm gonna get going. We gotta go to the feast. He's like, oh yeah, right, yeah, I'll get to that. And he's just his eyes haven't like broke from Ariel the whole time. He's like, I'll see you when I see you. And then Galdor just sort of like walks to the doorway and sort of like tries to edge past Ariel, just kind of like, excuse me, sorry.
Squeeze.
I'll see you later, kid. And he just sort of like hurries off. And he's like, Ariel,
Yeah.
what happened?
So, Jax wasn't there. I thought it was really weird. The house was locked and I tried to go looking through the windows and he wasn't there. So I went to an inn. And then I met Jack and two other people, which are really nice. They're also coming to the feast. Galdor invited them. And then,
Okay. Let me stop you there. Are you alright?
yeah, I'm fine. There were just some wars and, well, I saw some people die.
You saw. We'll circle back around to that. Why don't you go clean yourself up? And, Jack, did you say his name was?
Yeah, Jack.
Is he coming to the feast as well?
Yeah.
He might need some clothes.
Yeah, I think Galdor likes it.
Man, everyone's insulting my drip, man.
It's like, I might have something for him. He's a bit more top-heavy than me, but we'll have a look. Maybe I've got short sleeves.
Thank you.
Right, so Ariel, you'll disappear upstairs.
Also, what's the captain been doing?
The captain's been with Willow and Aisha.
Oh yeah.
So Ariel, you go upstairs and start
Yeah.
getting ready, I assume, and then Dimitri will go
Yes.
over to Jack and say, "Nice to meet you, I think." That's
The pleasure is mine, truly.
That's quite a big weapon you got there. Okay.
You know what to say for guys with big weapons.
Big men with big weapon. Should I have left it somewhere? I don't know.
He does kind of like look at it like, could you leave that by the door? This
Yes,
is my
of course,
house.
Of course. I'll set down my things. I don't need them at the moment.
He pushes his
We're
glasses just kind of like
get
further on his
cleaning
head.
up before the big feast. I'm not from
Yes.
around town. don't have a place to stay quite yet. Ariel was
Well-
kind enough to.
Okay, sure, yeah, that's fair. That's my girl. Okay, I'll get you dressed up. Sure. And he'll lead you upstairs just to his room, and he'll just start picking through
Yeah,
outfits. And we will now
do I
cut.
take a bath or am I
to a montage.
smelly boy?
He'll run a bath for you, and then while you're running a bath, he'll like occasionally just like hold an outfit through the door, and you'll be like yes or no.
What do I end up going with here?
You end up
What's gonna
going with
suit-
a short-sleeved,
Oh, of course.
button down. It's got sort of a. It's not something you've ever worn before. The shoulder kind of like comes out at sort of like a peak. It comes back in. It's sort of like hard, and it's very. You can't really move around in it that much, and it makes a lot
It
of
feels
like.
very tight.
Yeah, very tight. And when you move, it makes like the sound of leather just sort of like crunching.
Yeah,
and you're like,
if I stretch, it makes like creaking noises.
Yeah. But reasonably nice trousers. Sort of like an open cuff, and you're just kind of like, that's an interesting fashion choice. But you're still wearing the same boots.
Uh-huh.
We will cut back to Aisha and Willow, who have been tracking you guys this whole time.
Wait, so we've all secured invitations to this banquet.
Yes.
Banquet feast.
Feast.
Is what. We've secured invitations to the feast. Having eaten nothing but all day, I could go with a vegetable.
Aisha and Willow will keep going down the main road. Then they'll take a small right. Come to a large wall with two guards just sort of patrolling, just coming up to them, going, "Can I help you?"
Not really, but why do that?
We're friends of Ariel's.
Friends of Ariel's? Oh, they're just leaving now. If you want to go around the front, that way. And he just sort of points around the wall.
I go around the front that way.
You go around the front, and Jack and Ariel are just leaving the house, and you see that they are clean. Ariel in particular, no blood.
Jack got a montage. I didn't get a montage.
You don't need a montage. You just went home to get changed. It's
Yeah,
nothing
but, like, I
unusual
got-
for you.
But I'm like in new clothes now. and
Okay.
I
I
didn't
got
get
a whole
montage.
shower scene.
Would you like to describe your new clothes?
I wanted to describe Jack's shower scene.
Okay, clearly this isn't enough fan service. All right, Jack,
I'm
please
kidding,
describe
I'm
how
going to
you
the bathroom
cleanse
real quick.
yourself.
Completely needing to go to the bathroom is completely unrelated to this scene. I need to clarify. Be right back.
Okay. Right, then, Ariel, would you like to describe your outfit, or would you like me to pick an outfit for you?
Pick it up.
I'm picking an outfit for you? Okay. You're wearing a sort of regal dress. It has the similar sort of,
Damn.
similar pauldrons that Jack's wearing. Sort of like, it's like a, sort of like a cliff that comes out. But you also have a high cuffed, high collared dress. It kind of comes up. And it doesn't allow movement.
Mm-hmm.
But you're sort of like, you seem to be used to this sort of like restrictive clothing. And it's got long sleeves, and you're sort of just kind of like moving around, just trying to like ease up. Because you haven't really worn this particular dress,
Mm-hmm.
at least in a while.
Yes.
And it's sort of brown and maybe just like gold tipped on the sides.
Nice.
And you'll come out and you'll see Willow and Aisha.
Thank you for the montage. I am now.
You are now ready to go. You have your hair nicely done in several braids. Yeah, up into a bun. There you go.
You see, I look at Aisha and realize,
Is Aisha covered in blood?
Is Aisha covered in blood? I don't think she took that much. I don't think she took a beating either.
Yeah,
I have
I
returned
didn't take any
Ariel.
damage.
You look fantastic.
I didn't take any damage.
Yeah, it was Willow and Aisha. You two are completely presentable. It was just these two who were covered in blood, and now they look presentable too.
Willow took 2 points of damage the entire campaign, so
Willow took a bit
No,
of.
I'm glad for Will.
Willow just wiped the wiped the blood off their arm.
Is my hair still in a bun, or did we like slick it back or something?
I think we slicked it back.
All right. I've got a completely different vibe going.
Party time, bitches. So,
Pretty time, bitches. I don't get to take any weapons with me. I'll just leave those with your dad, I guess.
yeah.
Big Dimitri.
Wait, we're not allowed weapons?
You are not allowed
I'm
weapons.
not taking them with me. I'm not just gonna walk around with a weapon everywhere.
His weapon is a glaive.
Not
It's quite
saying
large.
we're not allowed.
My weapon's a glaive. I can't exactly walk around with that in a ball.
Yeah, but my weapon's a spear.
You should maybe. Well, that is your choice. You can try and take it, or you can try and dump it somewhere.
Ariel,
Mine's
is it okay
just
if I
a
leave
big
my spear?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aisha needs it to
What?
walk, but I've got this spear and a light crossbow. Is it okay if I leave them somewhere?
So he hands you
Oh,
a spear
yeah.
and crossbow.
I say I look to my. Is my mom coming to the ball?
Your mom wasn't in the house, and your dad's already in the house, but you guys are outside now by the gate, and there's two guards, and the guards are kind of like looking at the spear and crossbow, like,
Yeah. I
Errol,
just
you want
kinda-
us to?
Yeah, thank you.
And then there's the two guards. One of them's holding two spears, like up straight, and then the other one's holding a crossbow up on his shoulder, and then another spear.
Can I
It's just
make
like-
a little bow to them? or something?
They just nod
I
their heads.
smile and wave.
Smile and wave, boys.
They just they
Aisha,
nod back.
didn't you have a bunch of swords?
Huh. Did I? Huh, might have.
Didn't we leave them? Did you guys leave them at the bonfire?
I have
At the
a
pyre?
short sword. I have
We
only
did leave
one.
them No, we left them at the bonfire.
Yeah.
They did?
The funeral pyre. Yeah.
Oh, then I have to delete this in my inventory.
Wait, what weapons does Aisha have then?
I have a quarterstaff and and my fist
Okay, that's fair.
And darts.
and darts, yeah. And just but why can't why wait? I did not take the short sword.
No.
I didn't. I didn't. Oh. Okay.
So the only piece of my original inventory that I'm going to be taking with me is I have the belt pouch. I guess I don't take that with me.
You can take it with you. I don't. It's
yeah,
up to you
but
if you
it's
think
like
you
a
need
common
it.
one. It doesn't really fit my outfit.
Well then, no. You maybe you'd leave it. I
I
think.
will be taking the old handkerchief,
Okay.
which is stained red.
Stained red with blood, or it is the color
Yes.
red. Oh, okay.
But long ago. It's washed. It's
Okay.
It's something that I keep as a personal memento, like in inner pocket type thing, not like a handkerchief to use. I assume this outfit has like a handkerchief in the pocket.
Yes. Yes, it
Because
does.
they tend to have that.
It does indeed. So do I assume you guys start heading to the to Sunspear, to the keep?
Let's
Yeah,
let's
are
hit
we
the sun here.
waiting for my. This is my house.
Your dad doesn't appear to be coming though.
Oh.
You remember him maybe shouting something while he was helping Jack about party's not really being his scene and had too much work to do. So you guys, start walking down the road. The houses are particularly nice. You have large walls, a lot of guards are walking up and down.
Willow will make it a point to look at both Trike and Aisha. And I will signal to Aisha to keep her hands to herself.
That's a solid signal to give. Okay. You walk and you start to see you see a massive gate, and then a small bridge that seems to lead over a big drop. You've been going up this whole time and you've now reached the peak. So there's a gate, and then there's the keep itself is on the other side of the ravine. But the gate is down, the bridge is down and the gate is up. So they're waving you through, but they're checking everyone as they come through. And you guys come up to a rather large and sort of gruff sounding guard who goes, "Name?" And he's looking at you, Ariel. And Jack. He's looking at both of you.
I'm gonna say Ariel or Nai.
You? And he looks at Jack.
Jack, I'm with the young lady.
Party of 5?
Party of 5.
No weapons?
None to speak of. I'll like pat myself down, but I've got nothing.
He'll have a bit of a look. He'll say, Jack, Ariel, go on, you 3. Do a little spin.
You do anything?
You do a little spin. He's gonna say, okay. And he's gonna point to Willow, say, come. And he's gonna pat you down a bit. Willow, I don't believe you have any weapons, do you?
I do not.
Okay. He leads you through. He pats down the captain, who I believe doesn't have any weapons. Sends him through. Aisha, he pats you down.
I just have my quarterstaff.
You have darts, don't you?
I do have darts. Crap.
Okay.
I forgot about those.
Roll a... Would you roll a stealth or deception? Stealth or sleight of hand? Yeah, sleight of hand. Okay, yeah, roll sleight of hand.
Unless you're not hiding them.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay, hold on.
Good dex coming. Lunch.
Okay. He waves you through. Says, alright then, keep that stick to yourself. Go on in.
Yep, okay.
Out of curiosity, how many darts do you have?
Enough.
Small army. Enough. Let's just say they're enough.
Jesus Christ.
You are waved through, and as you cross the bridge, if any of you have ever feared heights in your life, even a little bit, your characters, I mean, it's coming back to you now, because it is a massive drop. It is just a sheer drop to just a rushing river downstream. It's easily about 200 feet.
Willow's
Just
gonna look
drop.
at Trike.
What a view.
Has he feared heights?
Trike seems alright. He's sort of looking down in sort of awe, just going, wow.
Jack has never been this high up before. He thinks it's amazing.
The wind is blowing his hair, his nicely matted hair. It's sort of like a L'Oreal commercial. Or, yeah.
This is the way. That was magnificent.
You're waved through to the keep. You spot several guards as you walk through, and you're waved in through 2 large doors that, as they open, you just hear multiple musical instruments, just a lot of shouting, just a lot of laughing, and just the smell of food and just so much alcohol just hits you all in the face suddenly.
Can I do a quick vibe check? Because is this like a nobility kind of like dignified party, or is this like the revelry of the soldiers?
You can make a vibe check. The vibe check
Insight?
is... Yeah, insight. 13. This is where you drink until you pass out.
Ah, my people.
Yep. You notice
Alright.
a lot. You do notice a few nobles there, but they're throwing it back.
Ooh,
Just-
on the dance floor?
Not on the dance floor. Maybe a few on the dance floor, but they're just throwing back ale and just throwing things as well. Just throwing things across. This is not the
Alright.
nobility you were expecting.
Well,
Although they may have dressed regally, they seem to not party the same way.
as a man of the people, I am vibing. This is a good vibe. They have passed the vibe check. I'm happy.
Okay, you guys walk in?
Anyone else doing anything? Because I might just go have a few drinks with these gentlemen.
There's just there's just
actually-
benches and benches of just food and just beer being consistently brought in.
Actually, Jack, I feel like I could use your help if you come along with us.
Right? I look to Aisha and Trike as well. They're like in on this.
Yeah, they're in on this.
All right.
But like, we're not splitting up from the group yet. I want to see what Ariel did.
I think
I'm also wondering what Ariel feels about this vibe.
I'm used to it. I like it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. What am I gonna do? I think is the uncle and stuff there.
The uncle, you notice a particularly booming voice as a figure seems to sit at the head of one of the main tables. And yeah, the uncle's there. You notice he's sitting just below a mantelpiece
I might try and find
of an animal head.
Aisha. Is Aisha there?
Aisha is there as well. She's actually currently in a fist fight with another noble and seemingly
Wait,
winning.
I am?
Other
There's a
Aisha.
fight happening.
Wrong Aisha.
This is Aisha with an I.
Aisha with an eye.
Aisha with an eye.
There's a small brawl going on and she seems to be winning.
I'm just gonna go witness the brawl.
Okay.
Is there like a crowd gathering around?
There's a small crowd, but you'd expect a bigger crowd to be forming, but people are like sort of, well,
Over it.
yeah, they're sort of having their own fights going on as well. You notice a few people arm wrestling, some people throwing things at each other. Just food is flying everywhere. Now that you the longer you
Alright.
look, the more like chaos you seem to see.
I'm not gonna throw myself into this just yet. Willow, what do you want?
1 second. I turn to Trike. Do you notice anybody? Important? Who are the figures of this here?
Trike sort of look around, going, I don't really know any of these. I know Galdor, and that's about it. These are all foreign people to me.
All right then. None of them are from your squadron, correct?
No, not that I can see, and they look like they're a bit too drunk to even notice. I don't think Galdor would notice me now either.
All right. Do I notice anybody that looks to be like the most regal or like king of the castle?
You do not. Galdor looks to be the most regal and well-dressed in this area.
Do I notice the ram's head on the mantle?
You do. It is the animal head that is just above Galdor in the room.
All right. I will look to the right of the mantelpiece.
You see several doors on the right side. You see one main door just below the ram's head, but you see several doors on the right side, but it's within the room itself.
How many grey doors?
3.
Are they all grey? I will look to the second grey door.
Okay. The first grey door and third grey door seem to have guards in front of them, but the second one does not. However, it is actually right behind the brawl that's currently going on with Aisha with an eye and one of the nobles who she's now gotten a leg lock.
All right. Well, Jack. Jack and Trike, actually. Could I trust you to stick together?
I wanna figure out what the intent here is. Like, yes, of course. Well, keep an eye on our good man.
All right.
I don't really know much about like deserting as a crime. It's just kind of like, oh, poor man. You know, when I showed up, he was in tears. So it's like my general opinion on Trike is like, yes, I will take care of him.
All right.
Ariel, as you were kind of the most forward of the group. One
I
of
do
the
want to insight check Willow though.
okay.
7.
Ha! I'm hard to read.
You can't read any
I don't
intentions. You
even
think
know- I
maybe
don't
he
even
just
know
wants
how
you to be a
describe
chaperone.
you.
Yeah, you just think maybe he just wants a chaperone for him.
All right.
Ariel,
I
as
see
you
that you're
were
caring for a new friend.
closest to the doors, you
Yeah.
just hear someone announce, "And here comes," and then you just hear Galdor shout, "Ariel, Jack, boys, how you doing?" And you just see like a piece of food just like fly past your face, and Ariel make a
And I
dex
gotta
save.
catch it.
A dex save over there.
Oh, actually, yeah, Ariel make a dex save, and then Jack make a dex save as well. I want to see.
Try and catch it.
Yeah, Ariel's gonna try and dodge it. You're gonna try and catch it.
That's a good time to get a 19 on the
19.
dice.
19 as
Both
well!
19.
Yay!
It is beautiful. Ariel, after what's happened today, is just like, there's still adrenaline in her, and she just, whoom, just matrix dodges this like chicken leg, and Jack just catches it in his mouth, and just tears the bone out, and just throws it to the side, and Galdor's like, woo!
He's like, Ariel, Jack, and I catch it in my mouth, take a bite with a mouthful. Galdor!
You just watch him like push two people like who are on either side of him. He just pushes them over and just like slams his hands on both benches, like gesturing to you guys. Come over.
Alright, let's go over real quick. I'll take Trike with us.
Okay.
Here, wait. I want to pull Trike back a bit and whisper to him, stick around, Jack. He seems to grab all the attention. And I push him back.
Okay. So Aisha,
This is great!
Aisha and Willow, what are you guys up to? You are in the room, the door's closed behind you, there is noise everywhere, there are people being shoved, there's just food being thrown.
Are we currently the center of attention?
You are not, no. You, as soon as you enter, your announcement was made, but then as soon as the doors close, everyone just goes back to their own thing.
So you specifically weren't announced, it was me and
Yeah.
Ariel, right?
I'm gonna put an arm Aisha's shoulder. Slowly, we're gonna walk side of, and I assume there's like pillars.
Hang on, sorry, Tudor, repeat that, you cut out.
We're gonna move towards the side of the hall. Like Ram's head is directly in front of us. This is a rectangle, right?
Yeah, it's a long rectangular room. Yeah, the ram's head's far at the end, and then the doors are on the right side.
We're gonna move to the right side of the hall, and are there like pillars for support or whatever in the center of the room? What's the layout?
There don't appear to be any pillars. It's just rows and rows of benches.
Okay, once I'm like, I wanna be closest to the wall.
Okay.
And then Aisha right next to me, blocking out the view, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And slowly, once we make it to a place where there would also be a larger group of people around us, I will. But like they're looking away. I will pull out a wisp of Nathaniel, the dwarf, and I will change into his appearance.
Okay. To do that, I think you either need to make a stealth check, because you are doing that. There are people in the room. Someone is gonna notice.
Okay.
That.
Please roll high. Yo, wait, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. Hold on.
Nice.
What is the passive perception of a room full of people?
It is quite a filled room, but I think you picked the right moment. Maybe it's just as Galdor sits the two of them down. It's just that right moment that not everyone's looking. However, Aisha does notice, obviously.
Oh yeah, no, Aisha knows.
Yeah.
Aisha saw me. Aisha already saw me put on the wisp.
Yeah.
In the thing, and so I'm gonna whisper to Aisha. I'm gonna say, the door is currently behind the fist fight. We'll try to make our way inside later on when there's less attention on that door.
And as you say that, Aisha with an eye knocks out the nobles to the ground, and then everyone turns to face her, and by extension that doorway, and just yells, "Yeah!"
I'm just gonna clap and say, "Whoa!"
This is so hype.
We will cut back
At this point,
to Jack.
I'm also
Ariel.
with that squad,
Wait,
so I'm like,
wait.
yeah, let's go.
I want to say one more thing to Aisha before we cut. Keep your hands to yourself.
That is another fair thing to say.
I'll try.
To yourself.
I'll try.
Back with Ariel and Jack. You're just being offered copious amounts of just very well cooked food. It is some of the meat, Jack. You're not even sure where it came from. You don't know what animal this is, but it is delicious.
Like off of flavor, do I know?
For flavor, you have no idea.
Oh damn, it's like exotic.
Mm-hmm. And there's
Or
just...
I'm being forced into cannibalism.
Or
Who
that,
knows?
you never know. Later down the line, we'll find out. So, you also get offered large amounts of alcohol, because Galdor's just shotgunning, just continuous amounts.
I'll also have some drink. Do I have to do a con save?
How much are you drinking? That's what matters here.
Fair enough. I'm staying within my limits for now.
Okay. So Galdor goes, so, how's it been around here since I've been gone? And he's just sort of slurred speech, but he's got a kind of a handle on it.
To me?
Yes.
This is addressed to...
This is to Ariel, yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's been anything much to speak of. I can't think of any like particularly interesting event.
Well, that's sort of dull. Why don't we make one? Let's burn this place to the ground! And he says, more beer! And they just bring even more beer over.
I love this man. I will die for this man. Although more probably he would die for me because I wouldn't be of no use.
More beer is just flung on the table. Jack, you want to drink more, or what's the situation?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I am drinking along with this big man.
Okay, make a con save. Don't be scared. And I mean that. Don't be
got
scared. It's
an
fine.
18 on the dice.
Okay.
24, 22.
22. You are keeping up with Galdor, if not even surpassing him, and he is very impressed. He's taking note.
Yeah. Is Constitution gonna be my saving grace against this guy? Let's go.
He's just, you can see maybe like his eyebrows just sort of like go down a little bit, like there's some competition brewing.
Oh boy, are we gonna have a drinking contest? Maybe. I'm gonna insight check to see if I think I can take him.
You know what? I am.
Natural one. I definitely can take this guy.
Okay.
No shot.
Do you want to announce a drinking competition?
I'm not announcing it.
You're not
I see his
announcing
look
it?
of envy, and I'll just kind of like raise my eyebrows, like.
Galdor has his left eyebrow raised. Jack has his right. You're just intensely staring at each other with beer in your hand, and at the same time,
contest, another Constitution save.
it is not. At the same time, you both hold your jugs out and pour just like there was just froth left in your beer. You pour it onto the ground and you slam them back in front of each other. And you're like, let's go.
Oh, this is happening. Let's go. Quick, like, glance at Ariel. What's she up to? Ariel, you good?
He was
Can
observing
I-
the massacre.
Can I actually wanna... What's on the tables?
What's on the tables? Food. Lots of different food. There is not a fruit to be seen.
Okay, it doesn't work then.
What were you trying to do?
I wanna have a contest with somebody with like knife throwing.
There would be cutlery on the table. A lot of it would be on the floor now.
To what would be knife throw? Is there anything that we could like...
The ram's head on the wall. Pick an object on the
Property
wall.
of my fruit!
Pick an object.
Is there like a...
You can insight check the ram's head to see if it's taken any damage over the years.
But I still want to destroy property. I feel like there'd be consequences for that.
Make an insight
Jim
check.
recommended it. It'll probably be fine.
Make an insight check
Okay,
to think you could do that.
You could always just throw it at the second door on the right.
What's my insight? Oh, it's a 10.
It's a 10. Make it with advantage because you've been drinking, so you're very confident in yourself. Never mind, it's
No.
a 10.
I haven't been drinking though.
You haven't been drinking at
No.
all. Okay, never mind, then you don't get that advantage. It doesn't matter. Okay, 10. You look at it and You're sort of looking down at the cutlery, you're looking up at the ram's head, you're not quite sure. And as you're not quite sure, Aisha with an eye picks up a fork and just flings it straight at the ram's head. And impales it right in the eye.
Can I?
And just
I look
yells
at her,
headshot.
Yeah, I look at her and say, contest, I bet I can beat you to that.
And she just looks at you and goes, best of 3?
Yes.
If I win, fist fight.
Should I roll?
Roll, yep. Okay, I want Jack and Ariel to be rolling at the same time, so.
Do I treat it as an
And I'm gonna compare
Alright.
rolls
Dagger?
for both.
Do I treat it as a dagger?
Or
Or do I just roll this dexterity?
just roll dexterity.
I think it's
it's
not-
improvised weapon, but
it's not a thrown dagger attack roll.
just treat it as we'll treat it as a dex save, and then Jack is rolling Constitution.
All right.
Let me write it
I'm wiping.
down. Not one!
Nat 1. Okay, your first. The first implement you throw, you think you're picking up a knife, but you accidentally pick up a spoon, and you throw it, and it just pings off the ram's head and just thwacks someone in the back of the head.
Oh, this is bad. It's starting to hit. I rolled a 9.
You roll a 9, okay. You notice Galdor finishes this one a bit quicker than you, and he has a bit of a foam stash on his beard as you put yours down.
12.
Yeah.
Okay, second throw, okay. Okay, I'm just rolling in general, alright. Okay, alright. Roll this 2 more times. Jack, roll 3 dice. I'm just gonna do this as a little montage.
3d20s.
3d20s. What?
What?
All right.
Oh, 3d20.
Oh, I thought you said the 3 nat 20s,
20s.
yeah.
No,
Oh, just-
3.
Oh, that's
So I
six.
rolled the d20 3 times.
12, 9. What's with my rolls today?
12, 9, okay. Jack?
13, 16, and motherfucking plus 4, 7.
Okay. So Ariel first will watch as Aisha throws another piece of cutlery, and it embeds in the neck of the boar, and you just see her go, damn it! And then your next throw hits it, and hits it just in the cheek, closer to the middle than hers. We cut back to Jack. Jack is downing it, Galdor's downing it. They slam them down at almost the same time, but Jack's hits the table first.
Yes!
And Galdor's eyebrows just kind of go down even further. His massive grey eyebrows are just like further into his eyes. Cut back to the knife throwing. Jack and Galdor just hear like cutlery whizzing past their heads. They embed pretty much the same spot on the boar's head. The drinking. Jack throws one back, puts it down. Galdor's hits it just before, and he puts it just underneath Jack's and tries to like twist it out of Jack's hand, but Jack manages to keep a handle on it. Last 2 cutlery fly. Ariel's hits just in the middle, and then Aisha's with an eye hits your piece of cutlery
Damn.
and manages to make it move just a little bit, but you're both embedded in the same spot. And as for Jack and Galdor, throwing back the last one, but Galdor seems a little bit shaky, and his hand just slips at the last second, and he spills some beer, and someone just yells, "Disqualified!" to Galdor, and Jack just, well, Jack wins. Do you want to slam it down in a particular way? Throw it up into the air?
I like as soon as I hear disqualified, I just like finish, slam down, and I'm just gonna stand up, hold my fists in the air, victorious, face red.
And as all this is going on, we will cut back to Aisha and Willow, as there is a large amount of commotion going on. Everyone seems to be engrossed in, if they're not into drinking battles, they would be into the knife throwing.
We have reached the door. I will try the handle.
The handle moves.
The handle moves. slowly and discreetly, I open the door, gesture for Aisha to go inside. Aisha with an A.
Aisha with an A.
So, Matt. You. Do you go inside or what?
Yeah, I go inside.
Alright, then I follow and I close the door behind. Before I do, did anybody notice?
Make
Perception check.
Make a perception check.
Shit. That's a 6 plus 5. 11.
11. You didn't appear. It appeared everyone was looking off at the battles going on. No one seemed to notice.
Alright. While we're in the hallway, I will cast Detect Magic.
You do not appear to notice anything.
This is a concentration for up to 10 minutes, and so if anything within 30 feet of me is magical, it'll ping.
Okay. You do not notice anything in this hallway. There are two little candle lanterns on the left side, a few doors further on to the right, but you hear some murmuring, and you see a slight glint on the end of the hallway, as if a shield being held by a guard, perhaps, is standing just on the corner if you go too far down.
Alright. 20 paces forward. Can I look ahead to see whether there is 20 paces forward, is that just the end of the hallway?
It is 1/3 of the way down the hallway. There would be a door directly on your right if you went 20 paces forward.
And is it... Or would there be 3 doors?
There would be 3 doors.
So yeah, the third door. I move 20 paces forward. That's the door.
Yeah.
And did anything ping on...
Nothing appears to have pinged.
Aisha. How about you open this door? I will turn around and dazzle out.
This music is not.
This music was totally working for like the challenges when we were doing the drinking contest and the night song.
Yeah.
The music is muted on my end, so I don't know what it sounds like.
You can give us the
It's
very funky.
It sounds like Splatoon, like battle music.
Oh, I don't think that works for this.
That's what it was.
I open the door.
I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. I got a 15.
Okay. There's a strong smell that hits your nose. You do feel just a little gag, but you manage to hold it down as you pull the door all the way open to reveal this is indeed a bathroom.
I hope that I say to myself, I hope that payoff is really good.
As you say that, you hear the door that you just entered through. You hear someone sort of like grab the handle, start to turn it, but they're sort of lazily doing it and sort of leaning against the door and opening it up. So the light from the room you were just in is sort of like creeping into the hallway now.
Do I see the figure or not?
You can wait in the hallway to see them, or you can all go into the room. It's up to you.
Aisha, you go in the room. Look for an office.
I have a...
You cut out.
I'll go. No, I was thinking. I'll go in the room. I thought about like running directly behind the door so they don't see me when they open. So that's a stupid idea.
Willow, are you staying in the hallway?
Hide it.
Willow will also step inside.
Okay. I assume you close the door behind you and lock it.
Is there a key?
There's a small latch that you can lock.
Yeah, I latch it shut then.
Now that you're in here, it's sort of cozy. There's a small water basin and a little privy place to sit down. And if you have a little look down, you just see a straight drop and a small vent on the roof. But that's about it. There doesn't appear to be any doors on the walls or anything. It's about maybe 10 feet in length, maybe 5 feet in width.
Clearly the information is wrong. Well, we need to do with what we've got. We need to find an office. What do you think, Aisha? Do we split up? Or do we stick together?
I think we should split up.
Okay, what do you want
That was
to
a
do?
trick question. We're sticking together.
God, I hope that payoff is good.
All right. Can I do a quick? Can I check out the room? Also, detect magic. That's still go.
Detect magic is still going. Yep.
So nothing magical detected.
Nothing magical detected. Are you checking the room or do you want to check the sheet that it gave you?
Detect magic is just 30 feet around me.
Yeah.
Anything that's magical, I feel.
Yeah, there's nothing being pinged.
Okay, I'm gonna check the sheet that he gave me.
Okay. Do you want to just reread it or?
Yeah, reread it.
It says from the ram's head, second grade door on the left, 20 paces, third door on the right rather. Sorry, on the right. I misspoke. On the right, and then just the word up.
Up. Okay, I look up.
Up is a vent. There's a vent on the ceiling, and there's a small pipe at the end of the wall. There's a pipe that goes up as well.
If you would like to do the honor.
I sigh and go, I got it. And I just jump up.
Which one? The vent. Okay.
Yeah, the vent.
You push the vent, and it came up a lot easier than you were expecting. You just sort of like pushed your hand up, and it just sort of came free. Are you climbing up through it?
Yeah, I am.
You climb up to suddenly be hit with the cold air of the night as you climb up to realize that you're standing outside the keep. You're standing at least 100 feet up into the air, and that the bathroom is just, it's sort of indented. It's outwardly dented into the wall, so it's sort of like an outward block, and you're now standing sort of just on a precipice. You're just standing on the precipice, just looking down, and there's just 100 feet drop. Where do you want to look?
Aisha doesn't have the brain cells for this shit.
You can tell Willow to get up there. I mean, there's space.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him, hey, Willow, how do I get down from here? I'm like flying, but not really.
Wait. What? I climb
Aisha,
up.
what the fuck?
I climb up. What do I see?
Okay, you see that you are standing on the outside of the keep now. The pipe that was in the bathroom, you notice that goes straight down the 100 feet into a hole that you can't see the bottom of. The pipe also goes up and connects to a similar looking room above you. And there's also the same situation several feet in front of you, several feet behind you. You make the assumption that that's what the other two doors were.
Do I see?
They're both behind you. Sorry, both behind you.
Yeah. Do I see any windows?
Not any that you see. Maybe a window. You see some light coming out of the wall about maybe 50 feet in front of you.
But we can't reach that.
It is just a sheer wall with light coming out of it. No. You can try to, but
So then, the pipe, could we reasonably climb up it?
You could reasonably climb up the pipe. It is a rather large pipe.
I sigh again.
Aisha, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tie rope around your waist. You're gonna climb up first, and then you're gonna help.
You had a rope with you?
I haven't thought of the rope thing. I just wanted to climb up. I wanted to say I got it, and I just climb up. You don't need a rope around me. I could just fall.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be chaperone.
Yeah, nice. Go to hell.
Are you climbing up without a rope?
Yes, I'm climbing with the rope.
With the rope or without the rope?
Well, with the rope.
Okay, alright.
I don't have the brain cells to do it myself, so.
Please make a dexterity saving throw. Or a dex check, yeah.
18.
18, okay. You managed to
No,
find...
I was wrong. Christ, my dex is high.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you find all the right indents in all the right places, and you manage to climb up halfway up the pipe with no issue, and you look down to Willow and just kind of smirk. If you want to keep going, or does Willow want to join you? So you roll again if you want to keep going.
How far is the? How long is the rope, and how tall is the pipe? The rope is 50 feet.
The pipe's about 40 feet up into the air. Aisha's about 20 feet up.
20 feet up. I'm gonna wait till Aisha gets to the top.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna climb up.
Aisha, make another.
I'm
dex
holding
roll.
on to the rope in case Aisha falls.
I figured, yeah.
Another dex check?
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
10, okay. As you're climbing up, you get about 10 feet up, but your foot sort of slips. But thanks to Willow holding the rope, you manage to... You have the confidence to just try to, like, grab on in a way that you wouldn't otherwise. You just managed to hold on. Make another dex check. And Willow, make a dex check as well.
That's 13 plus 2.
Okay, 15. And Aisha?
12.
Okay. Your foot slips and you fall a few feet, but you manage to grab a handle, and Willow manages to sort of go around the other side of the pipe and pull the rope, so it just about keeps you up. One more dex save, hopefully, for Aisha.
26.
Okay. Although your shoulders are a bit tired.
24.
24. Even though, well, same thing, I think. Even though your shoulders are a bit
that
tired.
makes any difference.
I don't think it does. It's high enough. You, pun intended. You manage to climb up the pipe and reach on top of the other little indent, and you just kind of like peek your head down to Willow. Willow's up.
Yeah, I'll say hello.
Look what I did.
Alright, Willow's gonna start climbing up with Aisha's help, I assume.
Yeah, you will roll with an advantage because Aisha's already up there. She's holding the rope. Oh, are you still a dwarf, by the way?
I'm still a dwarf.
Okay. You will make 4 saves then.
All of them with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, so first one. Ah, that shit. 8. I got a 6 and a 3.
Okay, hang on. Okay, 8. Oh, you're not too far up. You just don't manage to get a handle on. Okay, reroll. That's
Okay,
fine.
I'm gonna try again. 13.
13. Okay, you managed to start getting some moving. You're unfamiliar with the. You're particularly strong in this form, but you're slightly unfamiliar with the shortness of your limbs.
13 again.
Okay. Still not quite getting the groove of it, but you're hanging on.
Okay. That's better. 22.
22. Okay. Yeah. You're up. You're getting a solid hold on things. Last one.
Okay, 19.
19. Yeah.
I got a 7 on the first die. Second die.
That would not have been good. That would not have been good. Okay, you both managed to get up with a few slips, a few scrapes, but no one's dead. So that's something. You are now standing on top of the same indent, identical to the one you were just on, except this one obviously has a vent.
Does it keep going up?
It doesn't keep going up. This is the highest one.
So
this one's going.
This is the top.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slowly. There's still like a grate.
There is a grate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna lift it up slowly.
It's. You will have to. You try lifting it up, but it doesn't. It doesn't move.
I do not. Wait, I have a crowbar.
Yeah.
I have a crowbar as well.
You both have.
We both have
crowbars.
crowbars.
You brought those with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're thieves.
So, okay. When you guys did like the pat down at the beginning, it's like, are you carrying any weapons? No, we are carrying rope and crowbars, and they're like, yeah, this is chill. This is not a problem.
Willow made a good save.
Willow did good.
It's fine. We're fine.
Yeah. We both take the crowbar and I assume
Yep.
lift it up.
Yep.
No, at first I would try to whack it with the crowbar.
You whack it and you hear the sort of echo of you whacking it, just sort of go ding 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 ding.
I
Exactly.
will slap Aisha's. It's supposed to be. How many minutes have passed since I cast Detect Magic?
About 8. It's still on. You've got another 2 minutes.
Okay, so I've still got 2 more minutes of
Two more
Detect
minutes.
Magic. Am I detecting any magic?
You're detecting how far's the range?
30 feet. And it goes through walls.
Through walls? Yeah, you're detecting magic on the other side. Once
On
you
the
get
other side of the
well,
grate?
not the other side of the grate, but you get a feeling from inside, just through that wall, just on the other side. Maybe when you get through the grate, maybe when you get through that building, when you get through that wall, you feel like there's another wall you have to get through.
It'll be magic. It'll be something magical.
I can show you the
assume
world.
I assume the grate is open now?
The grate is now open. Yeah.
I'll peer in. I'll take my head and look inside. Jump in.
You peer your head and you see an identical bathroom to the one that you were just in about 7-8 minutes ago. Although
Is it?
smells slightly nicer.
Okay. Is the light on?
There doesn't appear to be any lights on. The bathroom door is closed, but you don't seem to see any glint underneath the doorway.
I'm gonna drop to the ground, and I'm gonna signal to Aisha, place the grate, and also drop down, and then we'll place it.
Should you do what he says or do you ignore?
I'll do what he says. I honestly gave up doing whatever I want by now.
You drop down into the bathroom and it's a regular bathroom. It smells sweetly, but you notice the smell is coming from the other side of the door.
Alright. I think there's something on the other side. What's the game plan here?
Depends how many people there are.
Can you create some sort of distraction in case
Yeah, I can make sound. Minor illusion go.
minor illusion can make?
Sound, yeah, I can make. Yeah, minor illusion can make sound to smell and
No, that's prestidigitation. You can make
No.
actual.
You can make sound as minor illusion. I just don't think you can make sound at the same time as visual. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, if you create a sound, its volume can be arranged from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, somebody else's voice, a lion's roar, the beating of a drum, or any sound you choose.
And can you
Sound.
project it to the other side of the...
Wait, the sound continues up.
What's the range?
Get 30 feet.
Alright. In case there's somebody on the other side, do that.
Yeah, what sound should it be?
Something distracting.
Something distracting.
And I will open the door just a crack.
I will also assume that this conversation that you had been planning in real time, so detect magic has worn off while you've been in the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay. So you know there's magic in the room. You open it, and it's a very expensive looking office. There's a desk, which seems made out of very thick wood. There's a bunch of letters on the desk. There's a small chest on it, some ink and quills just sort of spread out. A large amount of books on the bookshelf.
I
And
will...
not much else.
is there anybody inside?
Make an insight check. Make a perception check. Sorry, perception check.
Perception. Dirty 20.
Okay. I assume Aisha will relay the information. There doesn't appear to be anyone in the room.
Okay, so I don't have to waste my spell slot. Actually,
Tantrum.
yeah, it's a catch.
Then I'll open the door and I will look inside. And before we do, detect magic can also be cast as a ritual. So I will take 10 minutes ritual casting detect magic.
Okay. Where are you doing this? How are you doing this?
In the bathroom.
Okay. What
I
do you
don't wanna
need to
waste
detect? What do you need to perform said ritual?
I don't know. It says vocal and somatic components.
Okay.
You're just chanting for 10 minutes.
You're chanting 10 minutes in the bathroom?
In the bathroom, yeah.
Okay.
I just casually walk out.
Wait,
Okay.
Does anyone at the party need to go to the bathroom? Because if they need to piss and then they come in and they just hear someone chanting ominously, they're like,
honestly, this is a bathroom that's 50 feet up. 40 feet up.
Okay, so Aisha, are you just leaving the bathroom or are you staying in while he chants
I
for 10
just
minutes?
casually walk out.
Okay. Aisha walks out into the room and nothing appears to be happening.
No, I just sit down. Where's the nearest chair except for the one at the desk?
There is just one at the desk.
I go up to the one at the desk and I just sit on it. And you know how when you're waiting, you do you play with your thumbs and stuff?
Yeah.
I just do that while waiting for the
You
chanting to stop.
you sit there waiting. About
Yeah.
about 2 minutes in of uneventful thumb twiddling, you just hear a cough of outside the door, and just another person on the other side saying, "Shut up! Come on, I need this job. All right, let's not do this. Okay, not again." It's like, it's not my fault. Okay, it's the incense, and you just hear like armor just kind of being like pushed back in place, and you make the observation that there are 2 guards on the other side of that door, just standing guard.
Ah, okay. That's a good thing to know. This is out of character. Should I be a bigger idiot and just shout to Willow, "Hey, there's guards at the door. Shut up."
I wouldn't, but I'm not playing. You can do what you like. They haven't heard you as of yet, but Willow is chanting from the bathroom, and the bathroom door that is
Okay,
ajar.
I am stupid, but I'm not that stupid, so I just walk up and do it. I just whisper this guards at the door.
I
So you
close
better
it,
pick up the space.
and I continue to chant.
You continue to chant. Okay.
Like, this is quiet whispering chanting.
Quiet whispering chanting. Okay, I want you to make a stealth save. Make a stealth check. Because you are chanting in a bathroom.
Oh, that's a natural 19 plus 4.
Okay.
23.
Okay. Your chanting continues. How many? Are you trying to do the full 10 minutes here? You're
I'm
up to
doing
two.
a full ritual. I want to cast the ritual.
Okay. You you start to hear. Is anyone in the other room, or you're all just waiting in the bathroom?
We're both just waiting in the bathroom.
Okay.
I don't know about action.
You hear a third person outside the door, and you hear keys start to jangle. Because this is about 6 minutes in. You've been chanting, and Aisha's just kind of been waiting in the bathroom. You hear keys start to jangle and go in the keyhole, and start to twiddle with the lock.
I will get behind the. So when the door opens to the if the door opens to the bathroom,
That they can't
Does
see
the-
you.
does the bathroom door open inward?
It does, yes.
What do you mean it does?
It opens into the bathroom that you are in.
Okay.
The door opens into it.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna be to where I would be hidden.
Okay. Are the two of you hiding behind this doorway? In this bathroom?
Yes. I'm gonna ask Willow. I'm gonna whisper to Willow. Should I make a sound?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. You hear slight whistling as I'm assuming you're peeking through the little, so you can see who's coming in. I'm assuming you're peeking between the doorway.
I think Aisha would be peeking. I would still be. doing
Aisha,
the
you
ritual.
see a slightly older woman just sort of coming in. She's got a little rucksack. She puts it down. She takes out a duster. She's just sort of dusting the bookshelves. She goes over to the desk and tidies up the pieces of paper. And she turns to the bathroom and opens the door.
And we're
I-
hidden behind them.
Yeah, make a stealth check, please.
Both of us.
Yes, both of you.
Okay, please be high. 19.
And Aisha? This does not apply to Aisha.
But
Wait a second. What do I have to roll? I wasn't listening.
Stealth. And I will also ask, okay,
I can do that.
you're both behind the same door, so I need to know who's closest to the hinge and who's not.
Aisha would be closest to the hinge.
Okay, then Willow, you roll a
21.
disadvantage. Okay, Aisha's 21.
21.
Willow, you need to roll again because you're not by the hinge. You're on the side of the door that this woman is entering.
So I need to roll again?
Yep.
That's a 17 plus 21.
Okay.
21 total.
You both got 21?
Apparently. Wait, I need to roll with disadvantage or?
With disadvantage, yeah.
Shit. 13.
You hear a gasp?
I will grab her
Okay.
and put my arm over.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Are you okay? Okay. You grab this old woman and you cover her mouth. Make a strength check to grapple.
Okay. Is it just plus athletics or plus
Plus athletics, yeah.
19?
Yeah,
I really like my dice.
you grab her with ease. She's an
Only
old
when it
woman.
matters.
She's an old woman. You grab her with ease.
Okay. Yeah. And I am going to slowly hold her and whisper to Aisha, I should win.
I will do as Willow says. Just nonchalantly just walk in.
Okay. Aisha, you are in the room.
I will continue to be grappling her in the bathroom.
Okay. I'm assuming like Aisha like has to like push past you because she's behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Aisha, you're in the room. What would you like to do? In the room.
Well, the thing is, Grimes never told us what to do.
Kay did.
He did.
Yeah. You have a target. Take notes. Find
For
a
the
book.
story's sake, I wasn't listening. I was just like,
I think
heard
Willow's the
big
wrong person
payout
to be
and I
holding this
just
person.
blacked
I'm
out.
gonna
I
give-
just stopped
I'm gonna give the note with the instructions to Aisha.
Okay. The note with the instructions ends with the instruction up.
Okay,
Then
then
I'm
set the
gonna
book.
then I'm gonna say what I with green and gold inlay, golden leaves on the spine. Grab the 15th page.
Can I just ask? You're doing this while you're grappling the old lady, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you make another grapple check? An athletics check?
Yo, that's a 16 plus 1. Let's go 17.
Okay, you successfully continue to grapple this old woman who can
Okay,
hear everything
so-
you're shouting. Bless you.
Bless you.
Using my very small intellect, I just look at books
Okay.
and look for a gold spine.
I would like you to make a perception check with disadvantage. Because there is about 200 books on these shelves.
16.
16. Okay, you don't appear to find the book on any of the shelves.
I just shout to Willow. No, I tell Willow. Willow, there's no book with a gold spine.
Okay. I'm gonna keep whistling and then I'm gonna cast detect magic. Do I
Okay.
feel anything within the room?
You do. I will get to that. But Aisha, you just kind of spoke at a regular volume to Willow, so the guards are outside.
Yeah, I don't talk.
You didn't
Is there a way
shout.
that I can quickly
You
make
didn't
the
shout.
woman
So
unconscious?
the guard doesn't. None of the guards appear to come in, but one of them says, "What book you looking for?" And he just shouts through the doorway.
I will.
Should I just respond?
I will quickly take the wisp of the woman and turn into, and then I will say, "Oh, nothing. I'm just mumbling to myself."
Oh,
And keep with.
all right. You said gold inlay or something? Oh, whatever. None of my business. Do your business.
It's a song I heard. And I will
That's a weird song.
try to. How can I make her unconscious without killing her?
You can knock her on the head. She's an old woman.
I'm gonna
What do
do
you
that.
want from
I
me?
don't want to kill her.
You don't have to kill her. You can knock her out. You can.
Yeah, I want to knock her out.
Okay, roll strength. Roll strength.
So I'm D20 plus my strength.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an 11.
Okay. Yeah. She has like. Yeah. She's successfully knocked out. She just crumples to the floor.
I'm gonna leave her on the seat. Detect magic. What do I feel?
You feel magic originating from the chest on the desk. There's a small chest, very expensive looking, has a small heart on the middle of it.
Does detect magic tell you if something is magical or more?
It tells me if it is magical.
You cut out.
It tells me it tells me what is magical and also the school of magic that it is from.
Okay. You feel a transmutation type magic coming from this.
Aisha, can you try to unlock these?
I'll try my best. Okay, what do I need to do?
Thieves.
Thieves tools. Let's go. Thieves tools.
I think
Why are thieves tools in my inventory?
they should be in your inventory. You get them from
Yeah.
Google Buy a card.
Whoops, I forgot about them.
Whatever, I have them. I have
Okay.
them. Do your magic.
Okay, do I have to roll for anything, or I just open it up?
I think it's Dex plus proficiency. Hello.
I got an 18.
Okay. So, do you attempt to open the chest?
Yes.
Okay, I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Let's go, Dex. 24.
Okay. The
I was
chest.
wrong again. 22. It's 22.
22. Okay.
I'm bad at math.
Okay, that's. Never mind. Okay, the chest, the mouth the chest opens itself up to reveal small teeth, and they jump and grab your hand. You take 2 points of slashing damage, piercing damage.
So I just minus 2 points.
Yep.
Well, help, it's eating me, Help.
Inflict wounds, and I will then, in the voice of, oh, all this work is just eating me up.
The guards will say, "You don't normally talk this much, or is everything all right at home?"
The feast, and I had a little too much to drink.
God help, it's eating me. Oh, it hurts so much. It's
Inflict wounds, so you roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What's your spell save?
15.
Okay. This small creature is still holding on to his hand.
Does he fail or does he?
He does not fail.
Ah. Toll of the dead.
Okay. Yep. Feel free. So I roll again.
Yeah, you roll again.
How much damage? Shooter, how much damage? You cut out.
So it failed?
It failed, yep.
It hasn't taken any damage so far, right?
No.
6.
It lets go of Aisha's hand and falls lifeless onto the desk. Onto the papers that are just in a massive pile on the desk.
Aisha, from now on, you just whack it. What's inside it?
Nothing except for blood now that is now seeping on the desk.
Fuck.
I have a question. Do I still have my arm?
You still have your arm, yeah. You got a few bites on your finger and it almost took off your finger, but it's still moving.
I just need one. Well, next time you open the box.
Fair enough. Then I'm gonna search for the book in the bookshelf.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Eight.
You do not appear to find the book on the bookshelf.
Can I search harder?
You can search harder. Roll again. Or maybe check somewhere else.
What else is there in the room?
There is the desk. That no one.
I'm gonna check the desk.
There you go. Okay, where in the desk would you like to check?
Does it have drawers?
It has drawers, yep.
I'm gonna open them up.
The drawers
There's
are
nothing
locked.
else magical in them, right?
There's nothing else magical coming from the room. The magic that you did detect has suddenly disappeared. I don't know why. All the drawers on the desk appear to be locked. There's a large amount of piles of paper on the table. What would you want to do?
Thieves' tools. I also have proficiency.
Yep.
Unlock the drawers.
Okay.
There's no book on the desk, right? The book's not on the desk.
Make a perception check.
23.
You move the papers that are now covered in blood, and you find a book on the desk underneath some papers.
Is it?
It is.
Wood?
It has engravings of gold and green on the stem.
And does it have golden leaves and all that?
It does.
I open it up to the 15th page.
You open it up to the 15th page, and you find. Do you want to make an insight check on the book itself?
Sure.
Okay, make an insight check on the book itself.
That shit. 11.
11. Okay. You can't read any of the book.
It's not in a language that I understand.
It is not in a language you understand. Do you look at the front of the book, the back of the book, or anything, or did you just look at the spine?
I looked at the front of the book.
Okay. When you look at the front of the book, even with a insight check of 11, you recognize the symbol as the same crest that's on Ariel's armor.
Okay. Cool. I will rip out the 15th page.
Okay, make a strength check, please.
11.
You attempt to rip out the page. It does not move. The pages appear to be made out of metal, and the writing appears to be engraved.
I take a piece of paper and I begin. Actually, no, I do not do this. I just take the book, put it in my one of my jacket pockets.
You take the whole book.
I take the whole book.
Cool.
I put it in my jacket pocket.
Okay.
I will then, because we've already set off, I will turn to Aisha and whisper, "Got to trash them.
Got the what?
We've got to trash this place. We don't want them to know what we stole." And so I will begin to pull books from. I'll take like 5 books from the bookshelf, rip out pages, throw them around, and I will gesture to Aisha to do the same like silently.
Okay, I take the darts. I take 2 of my darts, and I go to the chair, and I just claw at it with the darts. I just go darts.
Okay. As you're doing this trashing of the office, the 2 guards that are outside are going to enter the office.
I will.
As you are tearing pages out of books. That is not quiet. That is not a quiet thing to do.
What do you mean it's not quiet?
What do you mean that's quiet? You're tearing the pages out of 5 whole books. That's
Did
not
they get
quiet.
to Did they get to do a stealth check?
You can do
It's
a
probably
stealth
my
check.
fault that I just started stabbing
I
the
should
chair.
definitely not.
Next
I
time
should
we
not
see each other, I will take a piece of paper, go into another room, and begin to rip it. And you tell me if you hear.
The guards had that door was not completely closed. They were hearing you talk to
You
yourself.
would have said that. Come on.
I said they were They were responding to what you're saying. We can go back and you can try and do it quieter.
Hearing him speak.
We can go back. All right, if you want, we can go back and you can try and do it a quieter way. But ripping pages out will not be quiet unless you want to do stealth. We can do stealth versus
I'm
perception.
gonna do. Fine, then I'm not gonna do it. Take them. We're gonna leave.
Wait, does minor illusion go through walls?
I think so.
If it does, I can make a sound like outside of the room, like a roar. I can make a smell.
Minor illusion. Create image of an object within range. It doesn't have to be a point you can see. That's interesting.
Yeah, I can make anything that isn't there.
Are you gonna do something?
I want to make a sound outside of the room, but I can it go through walls?
It can go through one, I think.
It doesn't say it can't, but it doesn't say it can.
The range is 30 feet. You don't have to see it. I don't think.
Joe, can I do it through walls?
You can do it through walls, yes.
Okay, so what I do is I do a minor illusion, like as far as I can go
Okay.
on the other side of the office's walls,
Okay.
but not in the bathroom. What sound should I do? I just make a sound of a scream on the other side of whatever is on the other side of the wall. Just a scream.
Okay. Any particular direction or just on the other side of the wall?
No,
Left or right or just...
furthest away I can get it. On the other side of the wall. So they
Okay.
turn around.
30 feet.
Okay, so I
30.
think it's safe to assume that would be it's within a different room than the hallway.
Yeah, it's within a different room.
Okay, then
It's just a scream.
I will roll. One guard will run off. The other guard is apparently too scared to go and investigate.
Of course they are.
Then I'm just gonna gesture to Aisha. Come on, let's go. So we
No,
didn't do
but-
any trashing.
No, but I want to do more.
You can try and take out the guard. There's only one now.
Oh wait, I could probably.
You know what we're gonna do? You know, Willow's gonna take the dead mimic and Willow's gonna put it on the unconscious woman.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're gonna leave.
Blame her for killing it.
Yeah. Wait, before we leave, I'm gonna turn to Aisha in the bathroom. Door is closed already.
Wait, we're in the bathroom now.
Yeah, in the bathroom, because the unconscious woman is in the bathroom.
Okay.
Door is closed in the bathroom. I'm gonna turn to Aisha. Aisha, can you rip out from me?
About what you cut out.
Rip out the page.
Okay, I can do that. I just surgically take a dart and I just cut it out.
You're gonna have to make a strength save for that as well.
Health check. Because metal on metal is gonna be fucking loud.
That too. Okay, I want strength, and then depending on what you get, then I want stealth. So strength
20.
first.
Okay, strength first. 11.
Okay, you do not cut through the page, but you make a scratching noise. So please roll stealth.
22.
You know what would be good for cutting through pieces of metal? It's a fucking can opener.
The guard does not seem to be moving. No one seems to enter the room, but you did not cut through the page.
Can I try again?
Yes, and you will make strength and stealth simultaneously, please.
19 on strength.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay, the page still does not. It doesn't move, and your dart is becoming blunt.
I take another dart.
Okay. Try
Willow is
again.
going to see that this isn't working.
Nat 20 on strength. Come on.
Oh, okay, never mind. Willow's not gonna see any.
Okay, and stealth, please.
24.
Okay. I would like you to. Okay, you tear the page out successfully. You tear the page out. Yes. What would you like to do?
I don't know. Whatever Willow wants, she just said tear the page out. I did.
Okay. I'm gonna take the page, and then I'm gonna take the book, and then we're gonna climb out. We're gonna leave the door open to the bathroom.
Okay. Are you taking the book or are you leaving the book? Did you say?
I'm taking the book as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I put them both in a pocket. And then we're climbing out. And then we're gonna be climbing down the pipe.
Okay.
And we're gonna leave the thing back, where the grate back where it's, you know.
Okay. How are you? So you're climbing back down the pipe?
Yeah, I'm gonna change my appearance. I'm no the old lady. I am going to be one of the party goers that I saw.
Okay.
Just any one of them.
Okay. You
Somebody
have
that looks average.
you have grown some red hair and a small red beard.
I just say to Willow, nice new look.
Wait, what hair?
Red hair.
Red hair.
Little red hair.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How can I ask how long it? You took about 10 minutes to cast detect magic. Then the lady came in when you had 2 minutes.
Yeah.
How long do you think it took you to? I'm gonna say it took about 10 minutes for all these shenanigans to go down. 10 to 15 minutes.
Sure.
Okay. The guards are now re-entering the room then, and you hear them kick open the door, going, "What's taking so?"
We're on
long?
we're on
you,
top of the.
You are on top
thing,
of the
right?
grate in the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's taking so long?
We're gonna start climbing down.
What? Okay, I would like a dex save from both of you. This is not with advantage because you did not tie the rope.
I don't
Dex-
need advantage because 23 plus
Okay.
6 on dex is disgusting.
I got 14.
Willow, you're slipping.
I'm slipping.
You're slipping.
I'm slipping.
You're slipping.
Okay.
You have slipped off the pipe, and okay.
Am I just free falling?
Yes. You're falling onto the other bathroom. The
Oh, I'm
other
falling
bathroom
onto the
room.
other bathroom.
That's still a
How-
40-foot
Right
drop.
from Willow?
I'm assuming Willow went first because they have the book. I would have assumed they went first. So, right, like when they fall, you can try and grab them with a dex save.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay, I want you to do it with disadvantage. 'Cause they already moved.
Dex save, you say?
Yes. Acrobatics. Acrobatics.
Okay, you got it. 15 acrobatics. 17.
17. But this was with disadvantage as well?
No.
Roll again with disadvantage, please. As in, like, roll one more time.
Yes, it was 17 is.
Okay, you managed to grab Willow. And we will cut back to Jack and Ariel,
That was so fun.
who have been
Or
shotgunning alcohol and throwing cutlery and just partying these past 15 minutes, I assume.
Yeah.
as soon as like our competitions ended and we won, and I stood up in victory, Ariel also victorious. I just kind of like lock eyes. We're like, hell.
Am I victorious?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a draw between me and.
Was it a tie for you?
It was sort of a tie, but that's still pretty impressive.
You know what? You killed it as far as I'm concerned. Have you seen that kid? She beat the shit out of whoever that noble was. She just beat the shit out of.
Galdor goes,
What other activities are taking place?
well, there's a few arm wrestling competitions going on. There's a few fights. People are there's one corner of the room where people are just there's two men. They have one hand behind their back and they're just taking turns to punch each other in the face. And there's a small pile of bodies next to them.
That sounds like big fun. I
Okay.
don't know if Jack would subject himself to that, seeing as how he almost died today.
Whatever you want to do, man. You've got some alcohol in you, so your confidence is up.
I've got a lot of alcohol in me. Ariel, how are you feeling?
Ariel, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very happy. Have my fist up in the air, and I'm gonna like make a gesture to what is it called when you
High five.
yeah when you hit palms with
When
each
you
other.
hit palms with someone else.
I'm gonna make a gesture to Aisha with an I to high five.
High five.
She will high five you back.
Yay!
I'm gonna take Trike, and I'm gonna push him into the one of the guys who's getting punched in the face. Like when one of them falls, I want to push Trike into that,
Okay.
and then
I will
go get him, champ. You
check.
are my champion. I believe in you.
Okay. I'm rolling against myself. All right. Oh shit.
I can roll on his behalf to some of his modifiers.
You can if you want to, but he just rolled a 20, so up to you.
Yes.
Trike, the
Okay.
first shot on Trike completely unphases him. Just knocks him straight in the jaw, and he doesn't move, and he proceeds to just knock this man straight out with one hit.
Instant.
Damn.
Instant KO.
Let's go.
Trike's just looking around confused. Galdor turns around and sees Trike and goes, "What the fuck was that?" And he comes over and he sort of like looks at Trike and goes, "One-on-one me, brother."
Oh my god.
Trike's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Can I roll for Trike this time?
You can roll for Trike this time.
Alright.
I think Andrew just wants to compete against you.
I mean, it's more fun than Joe rolling against himself.
That is true. What did you roll?
The next one was a 4 plus his modifiers.
His modifiers are +2? +2 for Trike.
Plus 2. So yes, 6.
6?
He knocks out one guy, and then
Gets
fucking-
knocked out.
Yeah, immediately.
He is floored to the ground, and Galdor goes, "Little bit disappointing, not gonna lie. How about you?" And he turns to Jack.
I wouldn't dare. I've been in more than enough. And then instantly just turn around and go for a punch.
Okay, roll.
Trying to catch him off guard.
Roll with advantage if you're catching him off guard.
Fucking hell. What am I rolling? Attack.
Roll, it's pure strength.
Pure strength.
Yeah.
13. Shit.
With advantage?
Yeah. I got a 10.
Don't worry about it. You clock him straight in the jaw. He's still standing,
let's go. We're
but
taking
he
turns.
wobbles.
Taking turns.
He takes a knee. And he sort of looks up at you and goes, "Oh, it's on."
I crack my knuckles. I'm ready.
And he takes a shot. Okay, and I would like you to take a shot too.
What am I doing now? Constitution?
Constitution, yeah.
Or 16.
16. He punches you straight in the face, and you stumble a bit, but you're still standing. And he looks
Just,
very impressed.
Take a step back, weight on the back knee, and just kind of turn back.
Yep.
I'm ready. Rub my hands together. Let's go.
Constitution, alright, you strength, let's go.
Strength. Just flat strength.
Flat
is gonna be 12.
You clock him in the face, slightly unfazed this time, slightly less unfazed. It still knocks him. He does move, and he still looks impressed.
It's a hit, but we're still going. Come at me, big man.
We are gonna. And now he looks at you and goes, "Okay, let's do this. One-on-one,
Trusted me to take care
same time."
He trusted me to take care of Shrike and got immediately knocked. one more. Let's go.
This is one's gonna be different though. We're gonna do okay, we're both gonna roll strength and yeah, okay. I'll tell you if it happens.
Both strength.
Okay, roll strength.
Natural 20.
You both raise your fists, swing at each other, and your eyes go black.
Just immediately. Yes! This is... Rest in peace, Jack. He was a great character. What a way to go.
We will cut to Ariel, who's, I'm assuming, saw this go down?
Yep.
You've watched Jack and the uncle both punch each other in the face and collapse at the same time. Next to each other. Gloriously.
So
It is very romantic.
Can we get like a parade of alcoholic fighters like carrying us through the air like Scott Sterling?
They do now. They pick you up
Yeah.
and they place you on the benches. And they all just cheer and then they keep drinking.
I'm gonna turn to Aisha with an eye and ask her, do you think they're okay?
What? Galda? They're fine. You wanna fight?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
That was a yes.
You're gonna get
Feeling confident in this Chili's tonight.
Oh no, wait, you have a good constitution. Fuck.
Okay,
I will lose, but I will lose again.
you'll lose gracefully. Okay. Yeah, roll. Okay, roll
What do I roll? Strength?
roll strength, yeah, versus calm now, yeah. Let's
Okay,
do
wait,
it.
maybe I shouldn't do this when this is my worst day of rolling dice.
This is exciting. I wasn't expecting this. This night has not gone the way that I foresaw. I like it.
It's not a 20.
Let me see.
It's a
Okay,
8, no, 7.
your first shot clocks her in the face. She's completely fine. She's not unfazed. She takes a shot back. Roll.
Con saving throw?
Yep, roll con.
Oh my god, why is it 11?
She hits you. You're still standing. Okay. We're gonna go again. I'm gonna make con. You make strength.
Roll over 10 today. Dirty 20.
That's the way to do it.
You punch her and she goes down.
No! I feel so bad now.
She goes down.
Okay, I just automatically, I have a face of regret and I catch her.
You
The
catch
entire
her.
party hyping you up.
You are picked up and lifted off the ground by multiple people, men and women, just pick you both up into the air. Aisha, you see her, she shakes her head and she
I'm
wakes
so
up
sorry.
and she goes, yeah. And she raises your hand into the air as well and goes, my new best friend, bitches! And we will now cut back to Willow and Aisha, who are hanging. I believe Willow is hanging by a rope.
They're hanging by something.
They're hanging by a thread.
Alright.
Or you could just say we're hanging out.
You're hanging out together. Okay, Willow, make acrobatics to try and grab back onto the pipe without slipping.
30-20.
Okay.
I have something for acrobatics.
You grab back onto the pipe and you manage to shimmy down. Aisha, make one more acrobatic save to slide down.
Okay. Not 20.
Nat 20. You slide down fine. Everyone's rolls are great tonight. Okay, you are successfully back on top of the toilet.
We're gonna open the grate.
You open the grate. Do you check first?
I check.
Okay.
I locked it before.
You check. There's no one in there.
Okay, I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna wait for Aisha. I'm gonna say,
You jump down and you suddenly kind of jump in your skin as someone's banging very aggressively on the door.
I am going to change back into the woman. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna gesture to Aisha to come down. Real quick.
Actually, you want to jump down or you want to take your odds at the 100-foot fall? It's up to you.
I'll jump down.
Okay. Put the grate back in place, I whisper. Very quietly. And then I go to the door and I say, "Who is it?"
Open the door! I've been out here for 15 minutes! I need to go to the bathroom!
Terribly sorry, terribly sorry. I just went in here to fuck my girlfriend. And I unlock the door. And I open it. And I assume Aisha's done with
Yep, Aisha would be done.
yeah. And we both walk out.
And they just say, couldn't you just taken it somewhere else? And they just rush into the bathroom after you.
Okay.
Okay.
We're all I
Do you-
sort of hobble.
Re-enter the party.
Yeah,
Shout out to that boomer lesbian.
Do you re-enter as the old woman?
I do not. No, after the door closes, I will change back into regular Willow.
Okay. You re-enter the party to find Ariel and Aisha with an eye being thrown up into the air. You see the massive body of Galdor and Jack, both of them just sprawled out on the table. You don't see Trike. You do jump a bit as when you walk in. The two dire wolves, they sort of sniff you and go, sort of bark a little bit. And that is where we end it. We will end it. I will end the recording now. Thank you for listening, whoever's listening.
Bye.
Bye bye.